Sup chat? Welcome back to no game apparently. There we go. Welcome back to OLDC 2. I know I've been playing it quite a bit lately, but that's what I've been feeling, right? So last time we finally finished up the giant world that was the mountain world. Like so big, in fact. That's what she said. So big, in fact, that I had to split it up into 3 parts, alright? Like, this green part was part 1, and then, like, this entire part here. I'm not even gonna bother going back there, but if you were here whenever I streamed this again, so I think it was Wednesday, then you would know. And then we started on the beach / water world / it may as well be a mixed world. So, like, yeah, we did Cave Mania, and then we went down here, Mansion Slide, and Fresh Air Fortress, and you can already see, well, I'm missing the frickin' bingo card, which is right here. I'm gonna start a new one, then I already frickin' forgot the background as well. I feel like I just have to embrace it nowadays that when it comes to field extremes, something's bound to go wrong before when I start the stream, right? So, yeah, we started on the beach world / water world. I kind of, you saw my beach world outfit, and now you're seeing a brand new costume that I made especially in preparation for OLDC 2. So today we're going to probably finish this world, start another world, and like if we get a big enough crowd, because I think it was really fun, and I said that over time that when we start getting a bigger crowd, I want to start doing like predictions and voting and like getting chat more involved, right? So like what I mean by that is last time I let chat vote on which world we should do next, and I think it was like a 4-to-1 vote on the water world or forest world, and then excuse me. And then for a prediction, I did, like, am I going to get the yump on the Switch Palace, right? I was like, maybe I should do that more. And I will, because there's going to be 3 more Switch Palaces that we have to play, and I'll do predictions then, right? So today, I surprisingly didn't forget, but I also remember, thanks to my ranking list, so I'm going to show it off here, that we played Aquatic Rift last time. Like, the Aquatic Rift by eman38 was the last level we played in the previous OLDC2 stream, right? But then I kind of decided that maybe I should play this level again, but without a fire flower, because when I played this level, my biggest issue was, like, when I had a fire flower, it almost made the level too easy. But then I thought about it more since then. It's like, that's kind of stupid for me to rank it on, oh, is it going to be better if I don't have a fire flower? Because, again, that's kind of the creator's fault that, okay, if you're going to get me a fire flower, I'm going to use it to get rid of enemies, right? So I will still play it without the fire flower. That'll be the first level of the stream, but I don't think I'm going to change the rankings. In fact, it might go down because of what I just said, right? So let's pretend we never played this level, even though we're going to have to collect the Yoshi coins again. So we got Aquatic Rift by eman38. This is 27th place out of 121 plus 4 disqualifications with a score of 44 flat out of 60, with judges' scores being 44, 46, 41, and 45. So I kind of commented on that last time, that this is the most, like, middle score yet, right? Instead of, one judge, 4th judge, giving it, a much lower score compared to the other judges, right? So let's freaking do this. It's kind of hard to believe that I streamed almost every day this week. Normally, every week I take either, well, not Monday anymore, because Mystery Monday finally makes a return. It's kind of a series I did a while back, and then, as I explained when we were playing Monster Mystery, I kind of beat the main story of Explorers the Sky, and decided that I'm not going to do the post game, right? But then it got revived because of Monster Mystery again. I actually started it during my 12 Days of Felixmas, which is what I did back in December. And then, ooh, hi Kitty Law. It's not exactly the Porky Puff, but it is Big Lips McGee. Actually, no, it does kind of look like the Porky Puff, huh? I don't know if it's actually called that in this game. So there, I took an intentional hit, because, again, I'm going to see how this level plays out without a Fire Flower, right? Because you could see... You could see that it's a bit different now that I have to actually deal with the enemies, right? But again, that kind of... Like, that's kind of a bad thing, because there is a couple levels in the past where... Like, I also kind of ridiculed it for being like, okay, the creator kind of expects you to play their way or the freaking highway, and that's what I feel like this level's all about, right? That, like, sure, it gives me power-ups, obviously you need those in your OLDC, but what else the creator could have done is just make it so it doesn't give you fire flowers, right? Like, just give me all mushrooms. So again, I'm gonna skip that. But now you're seeing, again, like, I have a shells, and I'm kind of doing the same thing that a fire flower does, that I'm just getting rid of all the fish. Like, that's for Kitty Law there, right? So, because I felt bad in the previous stream that I broke this, like, it's a break, right? It completely breaks the entire level. Or not entire level, but the main gimmick, right? Like, look at that. I got rid of two fishes there, and that's the halfway mark, right? So, again, because I felt bad because I was like, oh, I kind of broke this level a bit too much with the fire flower, but it also goes back to, if that's the case, why give me a fire flower then, right? Because especially in this second half. So, like, sure, you know, the Rip Van Fish is a bit more difficult. You know, you have the kicking shells, and again, still, like, the second time around, it feels surprisingly even worse. Like, see? It's not even the fire flower. I could just use the shell. So in all things considered, it's more like the functionality and the design score can probably go down. Like, this time I'm going to... You know what? I'll ditch the shell as well. I'm really giving E-Man 38, 37 the huge benefit of the doubt, right? Because obviously they had the idea of using torpedo Teds, right? And I can't exactly kill those without... Well, a shell can, but fire flower cannot. So, like, yeah, see, this part is a bit more scary-er, but I was thinking, okay, let me play this without the fire flower. Maybe it's gonna be different. Well, not really, right? Because my muscle memory decided... I still don't really get this part, because there used to be a Yoshi coin down here, and obviously what they want you to do is wake up that Rimfan fish, but, and honestly, yeah, it feels like you have to take a damage hit, so, like, this is why I do multiple attempts, right? Nice ending. I didn't see that last time, because again, he can use a freaking fire flower and or a shell. So, like, this is the main reason why I do runbacks, right? Ever since VLDC... Actually, OLDC 1 is when I started doing the runbacks before the finals, right? Because the second time around for Aquatic Rift, sorry E-Man 38, felt worse than the first time. Which is why I want to do the runbacks, because again... You never know if a level gets, like, beginner's luck, right? Like, I could play it one attempt and be like, okay, that felt like a good level, but is that really the case? Let me play it again to be sure that it's not just a fluke, right? And with Aquatic Rift, well, it kind of was a fluke the first time, because it felt a bit worse this time, so. With that said, does the score move down? No. But I am lowering the design to 6.5 and the functionality to about 8, because again, if you don't have the fire flower, you have the shell instead, and that honestly makes the level even easier because I can kill the sea urchins then. So that's really unfortunate, but hey, that's how we go sometimes, right? So that's hopefully the only run back we're doing tonight. It's going to be all new levels from now. So let's properly move on to a new level with this fortress here. So we got Supersubmerged Keep. I'm freaking getting Pikmin 2 flashbacks. What was that one dungeon called? It was Submerged Keep, right? Or like Submerged Castle? If you know, you know, chat. So Supersubmerged Keep by Raymondze. Raymondze. That sounds fine. Sorry, Raymond, if that's not how you pronounce it. 72nd place with the whole shebang. Again, I'm gonna say this every time because Felix patent pending. But I call it the whole shebang when it's got everything in it. So normal exit, secret exit, moon, and Yoshi coin. That's your TLDR. So 72nd place with a score of 31.75 out of 60, with judges' scores being 31, 27, 40, and 29. So this one's a bit more spread out, right, compared to Aquatic Rift. And this tied with a couple of other levels. This tied with Sky Platform Zone and Soda Lake. Two other levels that were controversial in terms of they had a glaring issue with them. So will Raymond join them? Let's find out. Are we gonna get a... Oh! I almost died to that spike. Oh, hello. Any secreters? Ice physics. This is pretty awkward to have a water outfit in, huh? Again, I didn't want to spoil myself and enter the levels to be extra sure. I'm just basing the costumes on the overworld, right? Like, I got hit by that? Okay. Like, screw me for doing a full-size jump. Okay, I'm curious. Yes, because if you don't, like, I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that. Everybody's gonna get hit by that when they start the level, right? That's kind of messed up, man. Because imagine just starting a level and, like, not even a second in, you get basically Kaizo'd, right? Good job, Raymond. Can I just hang out here? I feel like I can, yeah. Nice little break, not even having to deal with the bullet bills then. Because I died once to the, not even the bullet bills, but the yellow spikes. And I'm like, that's it for me. So is that all for a Yoshi coin? Nope, we're somewhere else this time. Oh, it's apparently a one-way. So yes, we got our first proper underwater level. Because, yeah, when I started the, you know, cut off from the beach world to the water world being Aquatic Rift, that wasn't even underwater, right? The only... Oh, that's tight. The only, like, resemblance was fish enemies, right? Ooh, trust the coins. I mean, this is good so far for having a spicy level that is an underwater level, right? Because with underwater levels, it kind of suffers... Oh, suffers the same thing from... Oh, hello. I just want to check something. Okay, there's nothing in that pipe. Can you softlock in here? Unless this pipe goes somewhere. That's probably progress, right? Nope. Yump, it's kind of easier to do underwater. But, like, I doubt that counted as a yump. There's the moon already. Any secreters down here? Yoshi coin. I wonder if that subsection put me past Yoshi coins, though, because if it did, collecting any Yoshi coin now is going to be no point. So, oh, there's no buoyancy. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, we're just going up. Yeah, oh my god! I nearly just shat myself. That is what we almost called a reverse blind jump. There's something in here. This is a very do I take that, or... You know what? I'm not. You know why? Because I want to see if I could get all the Yoshi coins first. Oh! I freaking forgot already that there's no water physics. It's almost... This part's almost designed to be underwater, in my opinion. Again, nothing wrong with that. In fact, this is, like, very action-packed, and I'm saying that as a good thing, right? Okay, one more Yoshi coin. Because that's just a little pet peeve of mine, right? When we go into subsection and it puts us after the fact, like, sure, that makes sense. But that's also a bit messed up in terms of, like, great, I skipped some collectibles, right? Yeah, nothing necessary. Oh, what the hell? Necessarily wrong with that. That sucks so much. That's just a classic vertical section moment. Dude! Well, now I'm screwed. Unless I could respawn that Sparky. Dude, I am just getting pixel clipped, and it's messing me up. All these freaking frame-perfect tricks, and it's freaking literally killing me. Okay, the Sparky's... Oh, there we go. So, it was teetering on the ledge of softlock potential, right? Because that's what I wanted to mention about this part. If you were stupid, you could... Okay, well, that's messed up. That I am counting as a... Like, I'm pausing here. That's a reverse blind jump. How the hell was I supposed to know that was gonna happen? Where is it? There it is. That's so messed up, dude. I was just starting to commend the creator for being like, thank you for being action-packed. And we do have all the Yoshi coins. So, this level was like... I don't know if there's a meme for it that it was teetering on the ledge of being like, this level has a lot of softlock potentials. It was there. It was almost there. It got put under a giant magnifying glass, but it ultimately came out mostly on top. But I'm not ranking it just yet because we still have the secret exit to get, which we know where it is already. So this time, instead of going to subsection, let's go this way. Because I have to commend the level. For being a mostly underwater level, it was quite action-packed. This castle seems to be abandoned. Well, I'll just escape. Is that the message box speaking or Mario speaking? like great storyline for this level. Oh, it's abandoned. I guess I'll escape. I like that setup. So again, for a water level, because... As I was talking about earlier, a water level falls under the same category of, like, auto-scroller syndrome. So what I mean by that is, like, you know, in Mario games, people like to just go fast like they're freaking playing Sonic, right? And you could see underwater levels are slow, like, really slow. But, kind of like with auto-scrollers, if you could make it action-packed, you honestly get... more brownie points from me. So for this level, I really like this first half, right? But here's one of the examples of a glaring issue. Even though, no, this wouldn't really be a soft lock, right? Yeah, you just make sure you could get either a moon and or a Yoshi coin down there, right? So no, it's not a soft lock, it's just you only have one shot, like a friggin' M&M. And this room, the background tells me that... By the way, that's a colored background. I should probably add that, because it's blue. It's blue because it's water, and water is blue. So, I'm blind. I'm really blind. I'm super blind. I'm Omega Dumb. Bruh. Okay, focus. It is... Well, we got the moon. Gotta remember to add that. And... should I add break? I will for Aquatic Rift, because again, that level... it's not necessarily a break in terms of, oh, I got to skip a whole bunch of parts, but it's a break in terms of the entire level became... marginally easier because of the items that was handed to me. Okay, I'm really freaking blind. Like, I already forget what what I'm looking for. Am I stupid? What the hell was I looking for? I think I might be slightly stupid. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. It'll come back to me eventually. Hopefully, it does. So here's the secret exit. It's almost a little weird to have that first subsection for a Yoshi coin. Honestly, I feel like that subsection would have worked better as a secret exit than how the secret exit actually was just now, right? So, yeah, this level, as like the one word I got for it is, it's like a freaking teeter saw ride. It goes from good to bad, good to bad, good to bad, and back and forth, right? But I would say, for the most part, Supersubmerged Keep was a good level, in my opinion. I just want to check something. Just want to check something. Test. Okay. Because I unplugged my mic earlier when I was playing on my Switch. And I know Streamlabs likes to do that stupid thing where it says that, like, it forgets that I have a mic, right? So, anyways, Supersubmerged Keep. So, yeah, there was... It's more or less like my preferences on what I would have changed in this level, right? I should probably stop with that mindset, but I'm also giving decent-ish, like, good feedback, in my opinion, right? So, where I'm trying to go at is, again, with the secret exit, and honestly, it would have been cute, because when I noticed that it's like the good old switcheroo, right? The pipe that we come out of is the same one you should go back in. And I think with how long that first section was, that should have been the secret exit. Because where the secret exit probably was, it honestly felt like an afterthought with the secret exit. Because what I mean by that is, it almost feels like Raymondze here wanted a secret exit. And they're like, okay, I kind of already made the level, so where am I going to put a secret exit? Oh, let me just add it in a Yoshi coin room, right? Because, again, sure, it was a little secretive, but it was literally hit an invisible block, and then hit 3 more, and the secret exit's right there, right? So what I'm trying to say is, they should have switched the Yoshi coin in that room with the secret exit in the first icy section, right? And another thing was, in that vertical section room, they honestly had something going for it, but the thing is, the execution was pretty poop, because a couple of things. One, there was a bunch of reverse blind jumps, and I got hit by one of them. Two, they for some reason used a layer 3 background instead of a layer 2 background, so whenever I see layer 3, I'm like, oh, there's gonna be layer 2 involved, and then there just wasn't. And 3, that vertical section felt like, again, there was chances at soft locks. If you squint really hard, it did feel like this level was suffering from, you know how I call it auto-scroller syndrome? This level was suffering from vertical section syndrome. So what I mean by that is, again, the reverse blind jumps. Like, how the hell was I supposed to know that there's going to be brown spikes that came down on me? The creator didn't really take into consideration that, what if the player was, like, instinctively does a spin jump, right? You're screwed out of that, out of the exit. And you saw when I kind of fell the first time, if that Sparky didn't respawn, I was screwed there. So it's not necessarily a soft lock, because you could, well, die and then just reset, but it would suck to reset there, right? So I call that a pseudo soft lock. So just for all of my bingo players, will count it as a soft lock, but I'm not going to penalize this level for having a soft lock, like, necessarily, right? So yeah, that's really it for this level. I honestly wish that the vertical section was also underwater, because I swear it felt like the room was designed to be underwater, and the creator just decided, I'm not going to, and I'm instead gonna have a bunch of invisible coin blocks to make up for it, right? It honestly felt like Raymond tried to do like, where am I going with this? Try to do it underwater, right? Because if you're gonna call it Super Submerged Keep, I expect it to be underwater, and the first section was. So overall, this level feels like it should have been cleaned up a little bit and would have been something even greater. But with what was given, it was just middle. Like on a 1 through 10 scale, I would give it a 6 out of 10. That it was there, but there was a little bit of fault that we kind of saw there, right? So that said, ranking time. There we go. So I think this level is better than Aquatic Rift, and better than, like... I also want to do a little bit of re-ranking. So I mean by that is Iggy's Koopa's Castle can move down 4 placements. Because, again, I have this issue with myself that, you know, a level feels great, but is it actually... you know? So now... They did do a decent job at the gimmick, but also didn't... Like, there was, again, a couple of faults. But again, for what it was worth, it was action-packed. So, I think better than Dino Mountain, but not better than Mansion Slide. Because Mansion Slide did do a gimmick, and they kind of stuck with it. Yeah, 16th. Because I think... that, again, this level is a little, like, not functionally well, just like me on God for real. So Super Submerged Keep, not just Submerged, gets 16th. So the aesthetics, I'll just give it automatically an 8. I like the whole, it didn't feel very abandoned, like the message box said, but I liked the first room the most in this level. Creativity... With the amount of quantity this level had, it didn't have the quality to give it an 8 in my opinion. The design also felt like it was set up for something bigger, but it just wasn't. Playability, I'll give you an 8. But functionality, I'm only giving you like a 7.5 because I don't think, right? I don't think it's functionally well. So GG's to our properly first water level. So which way should we go, chat? I'll let either chat decide, or I'm gonna coin flip it. Let's do a coin flip. So we'll do heads left, tails right. So we got heads. So we're going down. I don't know why I said left or right there. My bad. So down we go. What do we got? We got Big Boo's Shipyard. That's a B&B. So I am counting that as a double-double, even though it's BBS. But when I see a double-double, I see a double-double. So Big Boo's Shipyard by Idunno. I like that name. 56th place with a score of... pending placement. A score of 35.88 out of 60, with judges' scores being 39, 33, 45, and 26.5. So we're going back to the 4th judge, kind of ruining everybody's score. Don't mind them. Let's do it. Spookus? Okay, more again, like an actual, yeah, shipyard. You want to see a magic trick? Oh, never mind, it's too high. You could slide kill the Big Boo if you wanted. Okay, I might be able to here. I'm really fighting with fire, aren't I? Yeah, I'm stupid. There you go. Boom. Boo, did I scare you? I can almost resonate with the Boo. They're shy when they make eye contact. I quickly divert my eyes when someone makes eye contact with me. Screw that. Almost feels like there's something down there. I will say already the aesthetics kind of rocks in terms of it actually feels like a shipyard, right? We're going on multiple ships that are docked. They're old because they got algae growing on them. And again, I'm mentioning it because in terms of OLDC, the aesthetics will only go so far, right? Haha, brought the P-switch with me. Oh, it does respawn in this game. They patched it out in like VLDC 9 and 11. Again, I say 9 and 11 because 10 we're doing last. I have to go back now. I'm spooked to get freaking shot at, man. These freaking ghostly spikes are kind of scary with it. Where are we gonna spawn? Go over here. I mean, I could go back in if I want. I'm gonna yeet that away because I feel like it's gonna get me killed. But yeah, you're seeing that we're spending a lot of time on some ships, and it honestly feels like just a really solid, like a special take on a Ghost House level, right? And now we're inside a ship. Honestly, I hope that this level clicks because I think this is like a prime level you would see in a Mario game, right? Like packaged and ready to go into the next Mario game, in my opinion. This just screams like Mario, right? Like Super Mario for the Nintendo Wii system. Ow. Yeah, nice hitbox on those. Yeah. On those frickin' spikes. I bet I have to go underneath, right? And last Yoshi coin! Because I didn't think I was gonna get that big of a jump out of the water there. Fuck. Well, I don't have to load the save state because I already collected all of the Yoshi coins. So no cheating from me. I think I could re-enter. And how much do you want to bet that through that door was the ending? Like, get your bingo card ready because it might be time to do a classic Felix death before the exit. Maybe if I run out of bingo ideas, I'll have one for both a midway and an exit. Hi, Dogfather. I guess I can hand stretch while I'm waiting here. Oh, just waiting for the layer 2 water to go back up. But yeah, this level honestly rocks. Like, they stuck with a gimmick, and that gimmick is let me speak, goddammit. And that gimmick is taking them pretty far, right? Oh, jump scare. I'll get rounding it off on a boss, an edited boss at that. So maybe while I wait, because yeah, I just want to pause real quick. Again, I like to think I have a wild imagination when I say this, that they really captured the essence of we are in a ship, right? And the ship's old, covered in ghosts because of all the algae growing around and the water that's seeping in. So I think they did a spectacular job in terms of aesthetics like that. And the level, again, isn't really anything special, but it definitely captured the essence of kick. They definitely captured the essence of a old school level. What the hell is going on here? So edited boss. I am not counting that as a death before the exit because while the boss was really easy, it wasn't necessarily like go through the door and the exit's right there, right? I still had a bit of an obstacle to go. So no, I'm not counting that. So GG's, I think that was a very well-made level. Like the only, and I'm not saying this because I got hit there, but the only downside I have is waiting for that layer 2 water. And normally that's a good thing, right? Because I like when layer 2 becomes involved where you actually have to rely on the layer 2. But I'm saying that one section was a problem is because of the bullet bills, because technically you have to wait for 2 timers there. One for the layer 2 water and 2 for the bullet bills, because again, remember what happened the first attempt through? I got hit, or not hit, but both of the bullet bills shot at me, and it was impossible for me to dodge it, right? It covered the top part and the bottom part. I couldn't fit in the middle unless I was small. So then I noticed or not noticed, but then the second time around, I waited for both timers, alright? I feel like that wasn't intentional, which is why I'm bringing it up, but everything else was seriously well done. This is a very good old school level, in my opinion. Like, very good. It captured the essence. They did a decent job with, or not decent job, they did a good job with the aesthetics, and they captured the whole storyline, right? This level had a story that we are in a shipyard, we're bouncing across ships, and it's covered in ghosts. So, like, really good shit on that. So I'm going all the way up here because Hot Cocoa Hills was another one that was very old school but very good. So where I'm going with this is I think it joins right beside Hot Cocoa Hills, if not higher. I mean, I can't really, like, sure, if you want me to, you know, kind of ruin Idunno's day. The other downside of this level was it felt a bit too safe with enemy placements. Like, they barely posed a threat. It honestly felt more like a art exhibit, but not as bad as I think where is it? Yeah, To the Dark Cave, which was an art exhibit. It felt more else like, because for example, in the Boo Boss battle, literally the only other opponent they had to worry about was one Boo, right? Just the one Boo that you could literally stand around doing nothing. They could have added something else to kind of keep me on my toes. Dare I say, can't believe I'm saying this, they should have added an eerie auto generator. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but that's what they should have done in the Boo Boss battle. Because yeah, with the first half before we entered the ship, it honestly felt like I could wait for the Eries to pass. I could wait for the boost, you know, get out of the way. So, I would say that the gameplay is a little lacking in that regard. So with that said, I think this either gets 10th or 11th. Because Hot Cocoa Hills was more gameplay and aesthetics feeling than Big Boo's Shipyard. Well, Big Boo's Shipyard was more aesthetically pleasing than Hot Cocoa Hills, but less gameplay inclusive. So it definitely beats out Bossless Fortress. I'm just thinking if it beats out Cloud 9. No, because Cloud 9 had the audacity of using not one but two really shitty gimmicks, and I have to commend it for having the balls to go for that. So unfortunately, Big Boo Shipyard does not go into the top 10 because, again, if I had to be a party pooper, and I kind of have to if we're reaching more of the cream of the crop where I have to kind of like poke at the, with my freaking harpoon, poke at the, okay, here's the downsides on a great level, and kind of have to, like, you know, pick up the pieces of dust on the level and be like, this is a problem, right? So I'm really stretching for the issues. So the aesthetics, definitely an 8.5 because they nailed it. I can't really think of what else they could have done differently. The design is only going to get a 7.5. Same with the creativity and the gameplay. And functionality, again, the other big issue I have with that, like, tiny corridor with the spikes, is that saying a bit much? Like, I know I'm probably only saying because I got hit by it, but again, maybe they could have just gotten rid of one of the bullet bill generators, right? Sorry, I'm gonna give it a whole point off. It is a bit of an issue in a average level, but a good average level at that. Like, this level is honestly an upgrade from, you know what level also had great aesthetics, but the gameplay was really lacking? This one up here, Fresh Air Fortress, where the aesthetics were really well done, but the gameplay was really lacking. So, because what I said about this level is, if you're gonna have amazing aesthetics, again, for an old school level design contest, you really need to nail nail the gameplay as well, because how I always say it is the yin and yang when it comes to VLDC and OLDC is the yin's aesthetics and the yang's gameplay. If you nail both of it, you could get yourself really high up. But if you only have one of them, that's only going to take you so far, right? So GG's. Now we're going to go the other way over here. So we got Koopa's Battleships by itom33 row. 69th place. Hell yeah, brother. Sorry. 69th place. Nice. With a score of 32.38 out of 60. This tied with Not Secret Area from the Mountain World. The first part of the Mountain World. With judges' scores being 39, 31, 38, and 21.5. And we're going back to the fourth judge being a little stinker. But just like replace me with the fourth judge. I got this shit. It's another ship level. Again, we're spending more time on land than we are in underwater. Oh, underwater, but I digress. Again, hopefully you appreciate the costumes I make for these VLDCs and OLDCs. Don't worry, there is going to be new ones come VLDC 12 because there's going to be new worlds that I don't have a costumes. And again, like, I'm really proud with some of the costumes compared to VLDC 11, like, because VLDC 11 is when I started doing the costumes per world, and sure, some of them were, you know, pretty doo-doo, and how I said it was a beta idea, right? It's a thing that I did for the first time across, like, all the VLDCs that I did, and practice makes perfect, right? I have a bit of trouble having that mindset because, unfortunately, I freaking grew up having to be perfect at everything I started, and I freaking had a learning disability back in school, so you can imagine that it's pretty fucked up if you think about it. So anyway, that's already the midway. I'm sorry I wasn't really talking about the level much. I could already say that... Oh, pipe here? Is this to stop a soft lock? Because I think it is. I appreciate that. Okay, now we're underwater. I don't know, with a level called Koopa's Battleships, I expected a bit more military stuff. So what I mean by that is we literally only got... we only got freaking bombs. I'm sure, maybe a bullet bill here and there, but you could have done more, in my opinion. So here is where the fire flower is. Like, in this case, compared to Aquatic Keep, I feel like it's fine if I had the fire flower here. It's just like in the what's it called? Like original Super Mario World games, right? That if you don't have a fire flower, sure, it becomes a little bit more difficult, but you'd rather have a fire flower than a feather in this case, right? And I also did really like the setup that technically you can defeat that Chuck without a fire flower, but or maybe use this as well. But what if you have to keep it? Nope, you just zoom with it. Oh, it didn't hit that. Come on. So I will say that, I mean, it's surprising when I say this, but the underwater section is doing a much better job than the above water section, like the beginning section. Because, again, just like an auto-scroller, if it's action-packed enough... Okay, that one, maybe you needed the throw block, but I think that was a bit too far for the throw block, but I appreciate... Normally I say it's a bad thing if you lock stuff behind like items, but if it's collectibles, that's a-okay with me. If it's, for example, progress, then that's an issue then, right? Because that's when you could soft lock. 24. So, first half, pretty subpar. Second half, pretty good. Oh, there's a moon in this level. Oops. First try, first try. Thank you for that, Kitty Law. I have to see if I missed anything else. No, I'm just trying to think if there was a reset door or not. Okay, we have a moon somewhere in this level. I completely forgot about that. If I were to place a moon, I would place it underneath the ships. What does 24 mean there? It's the number I got from the bonus stars. I call it out when I see it. So you can see that on the bingo card there's a 30 plus bonus stars. I did not get 30 and or plus. I got a 24. So I'm really focusing on the bottom because, again, something tells me I'm going to have to swim underneath. Oh, you see that slowdown there? Oh, a bit more there. Oh god. There's a lot of freaking enemies this time. Those are not pipes. Just trying to see... Okay, here's the ending. Can I technically... Okay, I can't. I'm just debating with myself if I want the midway or not. I can just save state instead. But does this take me anywhere different? No. Okay. So where would the moon be in this level? It's a secret exit. Bruh. Can't believe I got hit there. Like, was I maybe really blind that I didn't see it at all? But I feel like I wasn't blind. I mean, that's what I like about moons, alright? Because moons, to me, are like secret exits, but even more secret, right? Because it's a one-time collectible, and it's meant to be a harder one-up to get, right? I'm just feeling out everything. It probably is in the first half, so it's probably going to be a bunch of trial and error of taking possible L's and like getting hit on or not getting hit, like taking depths on purpose. And not there. I just have to feel them. Oh, how did I? I'm calling bullshit on that. I should have got hit there. Mario's head was definitely inside of the torpedo Ted. Yes, that's what they're actually called. I checked this pipe already, right? Yeah. I think that's a torpedo Ted, but I'm gonna check anyways. Nope. And check this one as well. Nope. Unless, do you think it's gonna be another case of hidden underneath a Yoshi coin? This level doesn't feel like it would be, but that's how I kind of scrolled the camera. Did I feel like with all the yellow, it's gonna blend in somewhere? I feel like this is here just for... just like to get a higher score, right? I don't think there's any feathers in this level. So, like hidden coins? Anything? Just jump around and get down? Well, this is interesting. Hi, Crispy Rice. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a case of I'm just gonna try to swim underneath, and I might take an L here or two. I wonder if it's possible to reach underneath there. So, Exhibit 1! Anything? Oh god. You know what? I'm just gonna start select out. It's gonna be fast. Ow! I just bit my tongue. It's gonna be faster than having to, like, swim back against the current, alright? Ah! I really hope it's not off-screen, because I'd rather not, like, jump around blindly. You know, I'm doing already a decent job at it. Okay, Exhibit B. Like, I'll just spamming the B button kind of lined up with the music there, right? Like, But seriously, where would the moon be? I feel, because yeah, the second time around, I was kind of just looking at the bottom because I wanted to see if there was an extra, like you could kind of see. I'm gonna pause here. You can see these black lines down here. That means there's just more logs, but I'm seeing if there's an opening somewhere for maybe a moon, right? This time I'm gonna hold up in case there's just gonna be randomly a hidden pipe. Because that's what I was kind of doing the first attempt, right? I was just like shoving Mario into walls because I was like, all right, where's the fake wall at, right? Is this the last ship? No. Is it? Oh, I could go underneath here. The exhibit. I think we're on E and not D. Level gives me a lot of time to do this, right? So nothing there. Ah! A freaking leg. Almost screwed me over is what I was going to say. Nothing there. I already checked these, right? So I'm just leaning in to make sure that, like, there's no suspiciones. Okay, this is the last one, so... I have a funny feeling about something, and it's not that. I have a feeling it's up there. Dude, get this dude out of here. Is there any higher bullets I could spawn in? I think there was all the way back here. Look at all the frickin'... I think that one... Is it seriously gonna be up here? Or am I wasting my time doing this? I mean, I did this before and it does not go any higher. I feel like that's where it would be. Because I don't really want to swim underneath this big-ass current here. But I probably should. The one time. Let's go on adventure, chat. Go, go, go. And it's a whole lot of hoopla. Can't even tell if I'm at the end or not. Just feeling it out. So do I wanna get the midway here? Probably. Bruh, I felt like I jumped there. And it's a 3 jingle. GG's. Yeah, you have to listen to the jingle, because if it's just one, then that's the one. But hey, I called it, right? It was up there, but I went the much harder direction. So I'm glad I jumped around and got down at the end. Because, yes, my initial strategy was like, maybe I have to go all the way back to the beginning, and there's going to be a taller bullet bill there. And I got to follow it all the way back. That would have been stupid. So GG's. Yeah. Kind of what I said the first time around. The first half was kind of whatever. Playing it again twice, it did feel like it was a bit more enemy spam, because it wasn't an auto generator, surprisingly, but the not bullet bills, the bomb-oms kind of added to the chaos, and normally that's a good thing, right? You want a chaotic level in a level called Koopa's Battleships, but again, in my opinion, I feel like there was a better job at doing the whole battleship mechanic instead of just bombs and bullet bills, but I guess thinking about it, there's not really much else you could have done. Maybe, no, you couldn't do bonsai bill, but I don't know. I know in my 2IQ brain, I feel like you could do more, and Tom just didn't. They picked it up in the second half because, you know, being underwater, it's a bit more harder to deal with enemies because, again, it always comes back to I can't spin jump, right? So it makes torpedo Teds a bit harder to deal with, you know, the fish or whatever. But I like the setups for the fire flower, right? Again, I don't know if it was for the fire flower or for the throw block or both, but I liked it. Just hydrating now because crispy rice redeemed hydrated. I didn't hydrate. I still have fruit juice. So, yeah, I said my piece about this level. First half meh, second half good. That was the saying Felix used to do for like every level. Excuse me, every level back in the day, I would always say first half good, second half meh, or vice versa. Man, I can't really like say what you could have done better and what you could have done like less. Like sure, maybe less enemies in the top part would have been better instead of relying on just, you know, enemy spam, but I guess I'm more appreciative on the fact that they didn't resort to auto generators. But I don't know, maybe I'm just saying it because it was a little annoying to deal with the bomb-bombs, but I digress. So like, sorry, I'm not really saying much else about this level. I can't really think of anything else to say about this level. It's not like Big Boo's Shipyard, because this one, you know what else I'll say? While the water section was nice, doesn't really make sense in the terms of Koopa's battleships. In my opinion, it should have been like land, but a bit more, you know, Koopas, right? Like Koopa Brigade, instead of resorting to fish, because that one felt more like it's meant to be, you know, ran by the Koopa army instead of abandoned feeling like Big Boo's Shipyard, right? So I don't know. I guess I have a soft spot for underwater sections in this game so far. I'm just thinking, because in terms of gameplay, it's nothing special, right? There's nothing special about this level. It's definitely deserving of its placement, and I'm not talking about 69th place, but like down the middle, right? This is a very just average level that exists in OLDC 2. So with that said, with a just mid-ass level, probably goes where mid-ass levels are here. So here, did say second half was slightly better than Ninja Highlands, but I was also looking down here because sure, Cloud Spooks had a pretty bad subsection. Koopa's battleships had nothing bad about it. So I would say it is better than Cloud Spooks and all of this. Don't know if it's better than these two. I would say better than Sky Platform Zone, but I don't know after that. I'm gonna say better than Trial and Terror, but that's it. Because even Dizzy Aerial Stunts was better. Because again, I think I have to, like, in the run back, in the semifinals, before the finals, like, down the road, I'm definitely going to have to replay all these levels. I would do it now, but I would want to play, like, all three of these, right? Well, not Koopa's Battleships, but these two, just to know for sure. Okay, well, now that I'm thinking about it, that's kind of a terrible mindset. Maybe I should. I will for Ninja Highlands. Dizzy Aerial Stunts I remember enough of, but Ninja Highlands I am gonna run back. So let's go out of the water, back to the mountain world. So Ninja Highlands was all the way here. Let's do it. I guess I gotta we got Ninja Highlands by YV64N. This is 98th place. Okay. Because this level was also just had the gimmick, right? Nothing really special, but I'm curious already what I said about the second half being better than the first half. So, again, instead of guessing, considering it's my professional opinion list, dude! Yeah, I am getting wrecked. Play the level, Felix. Don't talk shit about Ninja Highlands, apparently. Except I didn't. I even said the second half was slightly better. But I gotta know what I meant. Like, what Felix said about 4 days ago. 4 days was a long time ago, okay? Gosh. Probably shouldn't have spin jumped there. And I also commend this level for doing the mishmash gimmick, right? Like, normally Ninja literally shows up in, I think, 2 levels in the original Super Mario World. But you got it... Like, normally it's in the castles, but here we're seeing it outside. So, I honestly cannot tell you about, like, what this level was about. just gonna save state instead of collecting the midway. So here's the second half. Let's see what I meant by it, right? Whee! Yo, look at me go! I'm not even holding the control stick. I had to there, though. I remember this part. Because that was a little spookish, right? And I think it was just for Yoshikoi. Don't spin jump there. I think that's what I commended the creator. Because I was like, you have the lava lotuses here, and normally your mindset is like spin jump there, but it's full of turn blocks, right? So I don't agree with what I said about 4 days ago. The second half felt the exact same as the first half. So back to... I messed up. Back to the water world. Because it makes no... Oops. It makes no sense having the bubble on land. Felix. Jeez. So back to the ranking list. Properly this time. So... I would say that Ninja Highlands was more action-packed throughout the level, while Koopa's Battleships felt like it was just... like, it wasn't fully action-packed, but again, it's a level that exists. I would say it's better than Dizzy Aerial Stunts, because I think with a level... because I remember saying, with a level called Dizzy Aerial Stunts, it should have been more action-packed, and again... it's kind of like what's compiling here. It was just a group of levels that existed and didn't really have anything going for it. So I will get rid of that because I don't agree on what I said, that the second half was slightly better. I said that because when I was judging Ninja Highlands, I was talking about that... excuse me. I was talking that, like, yeah, when we got to turn block section, I'm not allowed to spin jump, and I like when creators do that, right? Because spin jumping is overpowered in Super Mario World. So the fact that they made an, I will say, unintentional section to not spin jump, but it's still there, I appreciate that. So, after all that, Koopa's Battleships, because this is what I did in the original ranking lists, right? Which is why I want to run back VLDC 1 through 6. Is back then I just assumed, right? I based it on my memory, and like if this is going to be my nerd emoji professional opinion list, I'd rather give everybody a fair shot instead of being like, oh, you know, I think it's better. No, I gotta know if it's better or not. So the aesthetics, I'll just give it a 7 and not 7.5 because I think the whole battleship mechanic could have been done a bit better. Creativity, you had some cute setups in the underwater section. Design, it's mostly flat, but it's not necessarily a hold right level. So I'll give you a 7. Not a 7, I'm just saying 7. Playability 7.5, I think it's fine enough. And functionality... I gotta check one last thing in this level. So it's not an auto-generator, because what's it called? Bomb-bombs would be falling constantly there. 9.5 because... 10. Like, I was gonna say because, it's like, wait, there is no because, Felix. Stupid. Okay, GG's. Let's move on. Let's go down here to another water level. We got Ebb and Flow by AmperSam. So this person is a admin of Super Mario World Central. So we got an admin level. 32nd place with a score of... I'm looking at my ranking list, stupid. The Ebb and Flow with a score of 41.88 out of 60, with judges' scores being 48, 34, 54, and 31.5. That is a very diverse set of scores, right? And it's not, like, still, the fourth judge is like, shame on you, but the second judge as well gave a low score, so we got a 50-50. I guess Felix is the tiebreaker, huh? Let's do it. Okay, well, layer 2. Oh! Okay, we're underwater. I get you. Wait, is this like we're going in between scenes? Because that's what it feels like it is already. Okay, layer 2. It does, right? Like, oh, that sucks. It feels like we're going in between scenes. Like it's a freaking... Like a... I didn't know it was gonna be a freaking Torpedo Ted in there. Stupid. But okay, this looks cool already. Like, again, I like to think I have a wild imagination, but it's kind of like a play show, right? Like, very 1960s that we're jumping in between scenes, right? It's got that... What do they call it? Not monochromatic. Not beige. There was Cena. I think that's what it's called. It's Cena themed, right? Because I don't know how I feel about it being underwater. I say that as apparently there was land down there, but that's what it feels like, right? That we're jumping in between scenes. Like this is very. Like, very interesting gimmick as well, but aesthetics at that. That's so unfortunate. Wait a second. How did I do that? That's that's not what I wanted to do, chat. Well, first off, I was soft locked there. Thank you, AmperSam. Again, a frickin' admin has a soft lock in their level. Way to frickin' go. But also, how the hell did I die there? like that corner's deadly, man. Watch out. Yeah, I straight up just soft locked. That's messed up. That's messed up, dude. Oh, I gotta go again. Okay, so I don't... Okay. So it's kind of meant to be here. I assume I have to... Okay, maybe I should have done that. That fish just clipped out of bounds. Could I have cheesed it, though? Yes. I literally could have just waited there. But... I'm... Like, that's going on your report card, right? That it's a soft lock. It straight up was a soft lock. And honestly felt like that with this layer 2, I'm definitely gonna mention it in the ranking list. So yeah, I'm freaking screwed here. Like, what am I supposed to do? Go all the way back and hit the freaking on-off switch? Like, that's... Yeah, that's honestly not too cool of you, AmperSam. I do not appreciate that. Because how was I supposed to know I had a rush, right? Alright, GG's, but that is a glaring issue there. 30. Try to go for the 50. I'm not gonna get it every stream, I guess. But, where are you at? 30. Whoa. Okay. So, there's one thing that was, like, screaming at me in my head to say. The big issue I have with this is the fact that the layer 2 was based on an on and off. If it were me, it should have been an automatic layer 2, because as we saw, in fact, what I kind of want to point out as well, I think if you wait at the beginning, that's another soft lock as well, right? Like, what if you were stupid and you waited? Okay, maybe not. Nope, that's a soft lock. So that's 2 soft locks in the game, and that first one is also, like, it's possible, right? Because when you're starting a level, you're gonna be like, oh, this is cool, and you can see right here, right? You don't really have much time to get in there, and that's... And if you're incredibly stupid, this is also a soft lock here, by the way. Like, you throw that, and you're soft locked. So that... This level is just riddled with them, and that's a shame, because that was a really cool level in terms of gimmicks, because, again, in my opinion, I feel like I have a wild imagination. So the fact that it instantly clicked, and I'm like, we're jumping through scenes as if it's a movie scene, that, like, yeah, Mario's you know, we're, as if playing in third person, that Mario's jumping from scene to scene. I don't know how I feel about it being underwater, like a underwater level with this, because at the same time, like, the layer 2 on off switch really ruined this level, not only for the softbox but for the enemies too, because what I noticed, excuse me, what I noticed with the layer 2 is, depending when I activate it, the enemies get caught in the layer 2. So what I mean by that is, I think the last on and off switch, I think I saw about two cheap cheeps getting caught in the layer 2 and eventually piecing out at the top of the screen, right? So where I'm going with this is, this level desperately needed to be on an automatic timer. So what I mean by that is, so you see in this level that it's only activated when Mario hits the on and off switch here, right? And then we go to, I know a prime example, we go to Shifting Cavern here. Like, I just want to see what AmperSam should have done. So you see this layer 2? It's on a timer, right? It does it automatically. That's what AmperSam should have done instead of the on and off switch. Definitely this instead, right? So that's what I wanted to show, and that's what my mind was screaming. I was like, if it did that, then the gimmick absolutely could have worked. But unfortunately, you went with the on and off switch instead, and you ended up with not 1, not 2, but 3 soft locks, and that's not even counting the ones that, like, let me reiterate. Like, 3 soft locks, and that's only the ones that I saw. There could have been more if we waited at specific times, right? But 2 of the 3 soft locks are definitely, like, it's possible, right? The biggest issue being the one at the midway. That's messed up, right? The one at the beginning, sure, it is, you know, a bit more your fault, but I'm saying for, like, a first timer, absolutely doable to soft lock there. And the third one, wasting all of the throw blocks, that one's just if you're stupid enough, right? But that is a soft lock for sure in that level. And that sucks because, like, for being an admin of Super Mario Central, that's kind of, you know, kind of gonna hold that against you, AmperSam, right? Because that's not very cash money of you. So ranking time. I really don't, like, I think this just gets penalized to the extreme because of the soft locks. It's just a matter of how much do I want to, you know, just boop, boop, boop 3 times, smack it down. So you can already see that I'm kind of looking down here, right? I guess let's talk about the level, because again, it was a cool gimmick, but at the same time, the layer 2 honestly ruined this level, because most of the time the enemies felt like they didn't even get involved. They got taken away from the layer 2. But I like the level. I like the idea. Like, that's seriously, I get it. It's old school level design contest, and they went old school. Fucking genius, man. But still, soft locks, man. Soft locks. I already see Marthy Morrow. Like, that one's already better. Mole's Desert's better. Cave Mania, I guess. I guess as well. I think it goes here somewhere. Right here. It's just a matter of, is it higher or lower than Simply Mansion? Higher. But still, that's, like, even with the without the soft locks, I think it gets maybe around here. Like around here, because I think Supersubmerged Keep was a better underwater level despite the issues, because all I could think of is enemies were more prominent in those levels, like all of this, and they didn't have soft locks. Like Marthy Morrow sure has a soft lock, but it was more of a level, there was enemies involved. It's just, that's the big issue with this level, right? So ebb and flow, I get the reference. I guess 40th place. So the aesthetics, I'm giving you, first time ever, I'm giving you a 9 because the fact that it clicked for me that's the whole gimmick, right? It's old school level design contest, and AmperSam went literally old school. And I kind of like that about it. The creativity, it was there, but terrible execution. Like, functionality, I'm giving you just a 4. But creativity, I'll give you an 8. The design was also there. Like, everything was there, right? Like, I agree with the first and third judge that it does deserve, like, a 50, right? But the second and fourth judge also had the idea. Like, maybe they didn't realize the soft locks, but that is a big issue, right? That the layer 2, like I'm gonna write here, layer 2 ruins level too much. You know, I'm gonna put... Now, how do I write this? Like, layer 2 on, off, gimmick, doesn't work, use automatic, layer 2, plus... I mean, I'm writing a lot, but I kind of have to. I'm just gonna put a bunch of soft locks. Because, again, that's 3 that I counted, and there might have been more, which maybe in the run back. I'm not gonna do it right now because it's already solidified at this point. I'll give you a 7, and the playability, I'll just give you a 7.5. It really is just a functionality that, like, again, I'm just screaming, like, use the automatic layer 2. That would have saved this level from all of the issues. But no, you had instead Mario control the layer 2, and that gets really finicky, right? So, GG's. It's honestly a what could have been, but alas, 'tis not meant to be. GG's. So, moving on. Looks like we're going on to the Titanic-ass freaking Glacier. Oh, get it? Freaking Popsicle Glacier by Aja. 56th place. Didn't we just play 56th? Hold on. I feel like we just did. Yes, we did! 2 56 places in the same freaking world between like 3 levels of one another. So we got Popsicle Glacier by Aja. This is 56th place with a score of the same one as Big Boo Shipyard. Score of 35.88 out of 60, with judges' scores being 35, 40, 31, and 37.5. Mark today on your calendars, chat. This is the first time in Yano Felix history that I'm pretty sure the 4th judge did not give the lowest score across the 4th judges. Clap it up! Let's do it. Oh, we're on a glacier again. Doesn't make sense that we're in a bubble, but I digress. Again, unfortunately, if I'm gonna keep the costumes for all of the competition hacks that unfortunately don't have an overworld like this, I will unfortunately have to, I kind of talked about this in the previous stream, that I will have to just enter each level at least once and assume, okay, this is what world it will belong in, right? Because, again, that's both a good thing because, don't worry, costumes are here to stay for all of the competition hacks going forward, right? But it will just require... It more or less sucks for me than you because I don't like to spoil myself. Like, I want to leave, for example, like, the top 20 levels and, like, be a surprise. And, again, it's not like I'm missing much because it's only going to be, again, literally 2 seconds, right? The first screen of a level, just to assume, oh, we're underwater now. Hey, look, water level. I mean, this might be just bias talking, but I already love the aesthetics in this level. Like, the fact that it feels like we're on top of an iceberg, right? Even though now we're underneath the iceberg. I'd rather not Mario do that, but I don't know where I'm going with this. I like the aesthetics, okay? So let's go down here because I feel like they're secreters. Yes. So this is just a pet peeve of mine, but shouts to VLDC3 because I don't like when levels do what I like to call a two-screen level. So what I mean by that is, you can see up here there's a whole top part to this level and a bottom part. Again, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it's just an issue for me because it's like, it makes it much easier to miss stuff, right? Like, it's a very big room. Hi, Crixel! Is that the absolute legend, Crixel, gracing our lovely chat? Because yes, it is. Welcome to the stream, Crixel. I guess I forgot to say, it's an hourly checkup. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream, as usual, chat. Thank you for spending your first day... No? I digress after the absolute absurdity that you pulled freaking yesterday. I am never gonna forget that, Crixel. Never ever gonna forget that. My day is going great, thank you for asking. How about yours? Like, I'm here providing hopefully good gameplay to you, trying to share my love for the OLDC and VLDC series to you lovely folks. Alright, I guess nothing happened. But you're here now, so something did happen now. Also, I would like to point out that we only have, like, again, another pet peeve of mine. We only have one Yoshi coin at the midway. And we're on an ad break. You know, I'll wait. Shoutouts to all the people that are subscribed, but I'll still wait for the peeps that are not. But yeah, as I was saying, hourly checkup. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream as usual, chat. Thank you for spending your first day of the weekend with yours truly. Again, I will be home this weekend, so I'll be streaming on the weekend as well. Probably tomorrow. Well, not probably. Definitely tomorrow as well. Sunday, I might. Take a day off because I've been streaming every day this week. Again, like, you lovely viewers give me the motivation to, like, maybe I'll stream, like, at least once a day, right? And I also just love playing, like, OLDC and VLDC. Your night's going well. You're excited to go to your girlfriend's for 2 weeks tomorrow. I didn't want to be cheesy when you said yesterday your girlfriend says hi. Because you know what I wanted to say? I'm like, sup, Crixel's girlfriend? You're a lucky lady to have Crixel here. Because that man's is the GOAT. I was like, I thought about that in my head. I'm like, that's a bit too cheesy. I think I'll be able to... Oh, nice. Nice freaking break. Lamau. Any seekers I missed? No, we have. Would have been a W moment. Hey, maybe next time, right? I'll save that one-liner for when she says hi to the stream again. Anyway, yes, cut off. You see these tiny-ass corners? How dare you? Cut off. Gotta make sure didn't miss anything else now. Surprisingly, no switch blocks yet. I know in VLDC 11 it was very prominent, but not so much here. Okay, second Yoshi coin. Wow. Should have awarded me for curiosity. That is a lot of enemies. Ha! The power of the butt compels thee! Okay, time to go. You get caught on those corners a bit too much. I got rid of the Porky Puff for Kitty Law as well. Like, shouts to Kitty Law, at least we're finally done with Super Mario Mon, right? I'm kind of curious. I want to do something. I'm just saying I could have probably soft locked there. I don't know why I was trying to go for it, but... No, I'm not counting that as a soft lock, because that's definitely, your fault if that happens, right? Okay, seriously, where are all the Yoshi coins? Like, either this level's really long, or I definitely missed out on a bunch of stuff. But this is a like, I love me some ice physics. That's a guilty pleasure, because I know everyone's like, oh great, your cliche video game ice world, right? What's that thing in the top right? That is a bingo card made by yours truly for the VLDC and OLDC series. So everything you see is, like, if we come across it in the in-game, then we cross it off on the bingo card. And we see if we get a bingo by the end of the stream. You also can play along if you would like. Okay, there's nothing there. I'm noticing 100 seconds left, right? Gonna have to go, go, go. Bruh? I didn't see any freaking P-switches. We definitely skipped a lot of that level. Thank you for the hand stretch, Crixel. I will also hydrate. Okay, so it's the moon. But seriously, where the hell was the freaking 3 other Yoshi coins and the 3 other Yoshi coins? Thank you for that. Oh! Hydrate as well. What's the beverage, Lamau? Beverage, I got fruity fruit punch in a big-ass bottle beside, well, not beside me, on my desk. So that is my choice of drink today. English is hard, okay? Yeah, mówisz po angielsku. That didn't kill the Chuck. Are you kidding me, man? For some reason, I want to reset. I feel like I wasted too much time. I'm gonna get your ass, Crixel. Boom! English is hard! English is hard! This is why we're not getting partner anytime soon. Sorry, I'm just being a little silly. Oh my god. Honestly, if I got hit there, it should have been. It should have been a problem. Is this where I'm getting my P-switch? Yes. So it wants me to carry the P-switch a long ways, huh? I'm not counting this as a infinite power-up farm. It's an infinite P-switch farm. That was a terrible yump attempt. So I assume there's gonna be, yeah, Yoshi coin in here. I love me a bonus room that could freaking kill me, dude. That's obviously sarcasm. Because you have this happy-go-lucky music and you could freaking die. So I have to bring this P-switch all the way to the end of the goddamn level. But I still want to look for the Yoshi coins, because, like, sure, that was a Yoshi coin I never got yet, right? But that's still 2 more Yoshi coins not accounted for. Get me out of here, dude. But man, like, yeah, this is... Normally, this is a bad thing to have a item babysit this far into the level, but in my opinion, if it's just one item, it's fine. There was a VLDC, I think 4 level? 3 or 4 that the creator expected you to do a double item grab for the entirety of the level, and like, obviously double item grabbing is a glitch and not part of VLDC. So I definitely, oh nice slowdown. I definitely sacked that level. I'm like, that's freaking stupid that the creator kind of expects you to basically play the level 4 times, right? Like, first time going to the right, second time going to the left with 1 item, and then doing it again a second time, right? So I'm still just looking for the Yoshi coins. I guess I didn't go into the pipe the first time. I gotta check all of these. But yeah, like, maybe it's gonna be kind of if the creator's like, you gotta carry this P-switch all the way to the end. You beat Final Fantasy? Good job. Must have been hella grinding it out, huh? Because I remember, oh, yesterday or the day before, you said you did like 20 freaking quests and 5 sub quests amount side quests. I was like, holy crap. Here's me thinking playing 16 levels in one stream is a lot. doing freaking like 25 quests. Like, dare I ask how many quests you got done today? Because you're probably gonna be like, oh, it's only one, but it's the final quest. Oh. Again, I'm still looking because when we beat the level the first time, I only had freaking 2 Yoshi coins. So we still have technically 3. 73? My goodness. Absolute grinder over here. Probably most of the Yoshi coins are going to be off screen like this. Oh, I got gotten. Playing for 7 hours, so that's on average like 10.2 or something. English speak words. 10.2 quests per hour. It's more like 10 point... Okay, anyways. Anyways, we're playing this level. And I'm still missing out on a bunch of Yoshi coins. Do not skip the level this time, Felix. You think there's gonna be Yoshi coin down here? No. Oh. Yeah, something like that, right? Quick moths. Buy coin. So that's 3 Yoshi coins, but I think we still have about... Yeah, still 2 Yoshi coins unaccounted for. So it's I feel like we're gonna have to play this level 3 frickin' times. Get wrecked, Porky Puff. But I would say this is a... Like, what level did we play earlier that this level kind of reminds me of it? Koopa's Battleships is what this level kind of reminds me of. Is... Oh god, that slowed down. It kind of just feels like a level that exists, right? But for some reason, again, I think it's the aesthetics that like really captures the essence of we're on a ice glacier right now, right? Like an iceberg. That we're just jumping across ice stones. But again, that's just talking about the aesthetics. But as I also said earlier, aesthetics is kind of the yin to gameplay's yang, right? Any secreters? Nope. They wouldn't put it off screen. Surely. I'm gonna freaking double check all these pipes. I already feel like we're gonna have to replay this level again. Not that I mind, but at the same time... Oh! Okay, here's another pipe I guess I didn't check. Do. I'm scared. Die. So that just leaves 1 Yoshi coin. Both to find, but also collect. I know, I can only go so fast with the B-switch in my hand. And that's the end of the level, okay. Yup! We got it! Let's go. But it looks like we're playing the level again. And we don't even know where the last Yoshi coin is. Oh boy. Oh. See you in a bit, Crixel. We're probably still gonna be playing this level when you get back. Because I don't even know where the last Yoshi coin is. Anyways, yump! I don't think there was a colored background. So I'm just thinking... Oh, you know what? No, you know where there was a colored background? In Supersubmerged Keep. That was the original bingo slot that I forgot about, and I said I'm just not gonna worry about it. Anything else? No, but my butt is sore, so I'm just gonna do a quick old body stretch. Oh, ow. Oh, shit. Okay. Now I'm gonna run it back again and see where the hell this last Yoshi coin is. I assume it's gonna be somewhere in this first room. But, like, I have a funny feeling about something. Okay. I remember there was some VLDC levels that decided, you know what, I'm gonna have invisible coin blocks at the beginning that takes you to the first Yoshi coin. I don't know why I had a hidden memory unlocked because of that, but I probably would have, like, I look stupid doing that, but if it turned out right, I was a goddamn genius. You know what I was gonna do there? I was gonna do a shell jump. Because I'm noticing the camera scrolls up, right? I'm really curious if there's any secreters on top. Might be down below here. Let's have some fun. Hey! That's a pixel perfect clip, by the way, that I just did. I love dying in a bonus room, dude. I guess I deserve that for going for a silly dilly freaking block duplication. But how dare I try to spice up this level considering we're playing it for a 4th time now. I guess not fully, but this is still the 4th time I'm playing this level. And that's why shells are better than fire flowers. Like, fine. I'll just do a yump. Never mind. I can do a block duplication, but I can't do a yump. Not every time. Dude! Why is this bonus room so scary? It felt like I was gonna die there again. Oh. I'm curious about something. Again, we're literally going on a scavenger hunt right now. Okay. Again, hidden VLDC memory. Maybe it could have been hidden in the bottom right, but it was not, so now I look stupid. Spelt S-T-O-O-P-I-D, chat. Don't be stupid. I bet it is going to be in one of these pipes. I was curious if it's going to be at the bottom here. I'm going to save state and just YOLO. Okay, it was nothing. I'll hold that, though. And I thought it was going to be on this gray platform. I had to just jump up in the skies like this. Woo! Nothing. Yeah, I already looked down here. I think I already went in every H2O. Just have some delicious glacial water. I bet that's probably delicious. But I wouldn't know. Even though I'm freaking live in cold land, aka Canada. Get in the pipe, Felix. Okay, this was the section I was curious about if it was a colored background. It doesn't look like it, but I wonder if the last, like, missing Yoshi coin would be in here somewhere. Like, I'm checking extra sure on all of these pipes here, but I really don't know. Well, you know what I'm thinking now? Seriously, I think I have to replay the level, because would they make me come back here with a P-switch for these 2 pipes? I gotta know, because I don't have any other ideas where the hell this last Yoshi coin's gotta be. Ugh! Like, at this rate, I may as well come the pre-finale when I speedrun every level. I may as well not play this level. Because I'm getting my fair share of POPSICLE GLACIER here. On twitch.tv/YanoFelix, that scared me. And that's not even taking into consideration, like, to get the moon, you literally have to play the entire level with a freaking P-switch. Again, nothing really wrong with that, but of all the babysit level, like, item babysitting levels I played, this is definitely the longest. Don't forget, Felix, you need to bring a P-switch with you. Because those 2 pipes, which is what I start selected out of, are the only 2 pipes that I don't think I checked yet. But I'm still... I tilted my head thinking I would see, like, a black outline there, if there was a hidden pipe. But I swear to God what it's gonna come down to. I'm also gonna save state and see if, and see if, like, anything spawns in. Doesn't look like it, but that's seriously what it's coming down to. That I have to just start pressing the P switch everywhere and anywhere and see if something different pops up. So, moment of truth. Did I waste everybody's time by resetting the level, or am I a genius? I am STOOPID stupid. Like, no hidden blocks or anything, huh? For these? Now I'm thinking, maybe I should bring the P switch with me further, because I need to press it somewhere else. But that would be ridiculous on paper, being like, okay, I have to bring the P switch somewhere else, with no indication whatsoever on where to press it. But, like, I swear to God, if we're gonna have to play this level again, that's what I'm gonna start doing, is I'm just gonna start save stating and freaking pressing the P switch everywhere in this level. Because where haven't I looked, right? Like, sure, I know the second attempt there was a couple of pipes that I feel like I swear I checked, but the game lied, and apparently it wasn't. Like, see, here's another freaking double pipe. I am not replaying the level, but I will check and see if there's any hidden coin blocks. And there's not. So, time to... Like, is it gonna be one of these that I just have to do this for every single one until we get, like, dink, we got Kaizo blocked. All the while I have to dodge these freaking Rip Van fish. Okay. This is hard mode, dude. Can it activate a blue door where I got the last dragon coin? Looky who it is! Like, I'm sorry. That is freaking stupid. Across all of the side pipes, that one? Please. Just please. But I see where you're going. Whip zap zap fox. Sorry, I was scared there. That's what I was saying with my last attempt, right? That I was gonna be, okay, worst comes to shove, I'm just gonna be using the P switch everywhere. We're not out of the woods yet, because I have to remember where the other Yoshi coins were. I'm pretty sure there was another one in a pipe somewhere, but... Yeah, with all of the pipes around, the fact that there's no hint where one of the secrets are, like, what I'm thinking the creator was thinking is, you would discover that by accident, and all things considered, I technically did find that not last Yoshi coin, but that third Yoshi coin by accident, right? I was still gonna check every single pipe, but, like, you saw how many pipes there were. It was, that's a little redonkulous, in my opinion. But am I saying that because this is, like, my 5th attempt in this level? Probably, but is that a good reason why I'm saying that? Absolutely. Like, there's a difference between having secret Yoshi coins and having a bit too much secret Yoshi coins, alright? But I will say that, despite the amount of times I played this level, it didn't seem to falter. So what I mean by that is, it's a level that has pretty good replay value, and that's what you would want in a level, right? Because I would say that, sure, there's some parts that feels like it's a bit too, you know, too big spaced, but there's not many enemies. Like, for example, this part, pretty sure you could break that entire section in this part. Like, it's suffering from Aquatic Mine, right? Where I killed the main enemy of this room, and now it's just like, that's what I want to say about this level. This level's, like, every room feels the same, right? That we're jumping across, you know, icy platforms. Sure, this room's different with the, what's it called, the dolphins, but it's still kind of the copy and paste, right? There's not really much difference between all of the rooms. Anyway, please, where's the last Yoshi coin? I'm pretty sure it's in a pipe, but I don't remember which one. And now I'm getting scared because we're getting near the end of the level. There it is. Let's grab this Yoshi coin and I may as well complete the level again. So there's a difference between, like, I always appreciate when a level adds collectibles, but I wouldn't be lying when I said that all of the collectibles, not only the dragon coins, Yoshi coins, whatever you want to call it, but the moon as well, right? Like, okay, we beat the level at 100 seconds. 9. And I just want to see the time that we start at. 500 seconds, basically, worth of a level that you have to carry a P-switch through. That is a little ridiculous, right? It's taking a bit too much to the extreme in terms of item babysitting, right? And I'm not saying that because we were on this level for frickin' ages. Like, come on, Agile. Because, sure, you don't want the Yoshi coins to be too like, apparent. Like, I don't expect the creator to have an indicator for every Yoshi coin. Like, I do respect the fact that the creator was like, oh, they expect you to check every pipe, but locking, I think, 3 or 4 of the Yoshi coins to secret areas like that, it's a bit much, right? Like, if you're gonna have Yoshi coins, you may as well have done a secret exit as well, with the whole gimmick you had going on with this. And, like, I'll just be honest when I say this, I did not like the moon gimmick. The fact that the P-switch was in a area where you have to use the P-switch to get the Yoshi coin. Sure, it's a little bit of, like, switcheroo gimmick that's like, okay, instead of the Yoshi coin, go get the P-switch and go all the way to the end, like, past the midway, past all the gimmicks of, like, 3 or 4 rooms. It's way too long. But so, like, this is honestly a level that I feel like you would enjoy more if you didn't go for the collectibles. But as a completionist myself, missing out of the collectibles is not an option. So, GG's, but it definitely outstayed its welcome, and the collectibles required a bit too much effort. And I did not like how the bonus rooms can kill me. So, this level, like, if we're skipping out on the collectibles, it's definitely a quantity and semi-quality. I'm not saying very good quality because, as we saw, there was some cutoff, there was a break here and there. The last room literally gets rid of the Porcupine. It's suffering from aquatic mind syndrome. Like, or sorry, aquatic rift. Forget aquatic mind like it's freaking Sonic Adventure 2 head ass. And, like, the water section, in my opinion, the water section was the weakest out of the water world that we're playing right now. Because it really was just, it's suffering from, you know how I say auto-scroller syndrome? The water section was struggling from classic water level syndrome, where it was just a whole bunch of empty space, barely any danger going on, and we're just swimming to the right. Sure, there was a top and bottom section, but that honestly added to the boring factor. So, in my opinion, in terms of gameplay, Popsicle Glacier was way too big for the creator, in my opinion. Like, there was a lot of empty space, and that's, like, on one side, that's fine because sprite limitations is an issue, right? But you definitely could have added more enemies in some parts, because it honestly felt like some parts it was just, okay, get me out of the water because I want to go back to platforming, right? So, in my opinion, Aquatic Rift is better, but I do think Popsicle Glacier can still be up here somewhere. Because I think Supersubmerged Deep is better. Dino Mountain might not be. Yes, it is. Rex Ridge, maybe it is better than Aquatic Rift. I think it is, because with Aquatic Rift, it was the entire level, right? With Popsicle Glacier, it was just one room, in terms of the whole Porcupine gimmick, right? But in terms of breaking the level, it was, for Popsicle Glacier, it was just one room. For Aquatic Rift, it was basically the entire level. So now it's a matter of, is Rex Ridge better? No, I think, like, what it honestly comes down to is Popsicle Glacier is carried by the fact that it has quantity and quality of the level. Like, sure, the quality isn't as good as, for example, Bossless Fortress, but it's like a big level, right? It's got replay value, it's a big level, it's got some gimmicks, so yeah, 19th place. It could honestly go higher, in my opinion, but I think it suffers from, because again, the collectibles, I always, you know, when it comes to good levels, I kind of resort to the collectibles when I say, like, okay, the collectibles were a bit boring to get, you could have added collectibles in some cooler areas, and Popsicle Glacier did that, right? But it took that a bit too much to the extreme, right? With the subsections across, because another thing is there was way too many pipes to check, right? Way too many. And again, the moon, it is a decent gimmick, but not too long of a section like that. So that's basically the one word that I got for this level is it. Well, the one word being, okay, I don't have one word, but the one saying I have is it outstayed its welcome. Just stayed a bit too long around. So aesthetics, I'm giving it an 8 because, again, I really like the fact that, like, I'm gonna jump back into the level, and, like, at the beginning, right, it captures the essence of, we're out at the sea, we are on a iceberg. I like that. Creativity, it just gets an 8 because, again, the quantity, right? Design, it's an 8. Playability, I think it's just 8s across the board. I will do it because I think the functionality in terms of like the collectibles and yeah, the chucks as well. I'll just give it 8.5. I can't do it a shitpost way, but I'll give it a proper 8.5. I could have got 8 for the meme, but a real answer was 8.5 for that. So GG's, let's finally get out of here and move on to apparently another glacier level. So we got French people by Centipede. Anyways, we got Le Fardeau du Flow, which I am gonna bring up the translator and see what this translates to. So Le Fardeau du Flow. So it translates to the burden of flux by Centipede. This is 12th place. That's exciting. By Centipede, this is 12th place. Sorry. With a score of 48.13 out of 60. With judges' scores being 40, 50, 56, and 46.5. So for once, the first judge gave it a low score. And this is just complete bias, but I trust the first judge across the 4 judges. I feel like me and the first judge have the same mindset. Well, let's do it. Centipede levels, like, they place high, but I'm not saying that I'm not a fan of them. Also, auto-scroller. But, like, I think their placements are a bit overrated, right? They constantly place in the top 20, but to me, they just get like a mid placement, so we'll see if this is any different in this level. I will say that already looks ugly down there, but I digress. Blue coins? Okay. So we got auto-scroller and water, like the two just overall, okay. Special auto-scroller. Is it gonna be, oh nice slowdown, is it gonna be, oh my god. Oh, I was supposed to do that. Shit. Can I have a power-up, please? Like, this is fine? Okay. Well, there's one thing I already noticed about this level that I already have to commend it for. The fact, because with the layer 3 water, it's on a timer, right? If it goes either up or down. And what I noticed is the creator already centered it around when it goes up and down, right? I give it huge credit for that, but other than that, again, like, I'm not trying to be a hater when I say this, but it does seem like, how am I supposed to get that power up? That's not fair. And I got basically juked out, so I could already tell you that this is probably overrated for the fact that it's using a special auto-scroller. So what I mean by that is, like normally auto-scroller, there's a power-up there? Whatever, man. I definitely collected that coin the first time and didn't get the power-up. Inconsistencies! But yeah, I like to just shitpost when I say that, oh, it uses a special auto-scroller. It's kind of like Layer 2, right? If you have Layer 2, it's like, oh, you instantly get freaking top 10. Because back in, get this, VLDC 2, no, sorry, VLDC 3, there's a level called the Lost Land that placed, I think, 11th out of about 100... like 130, so that's really good, right? When I played it, the only cool thing about that level was the fact that the creator used a special auto-scroller, i.e. what we're seeing here, right? Like, I don't think that was intentional. Okay, that was a cool setup, though. I like that. But as soon as I commended the creator for being like, okay, they centered the level around, like, the layer 3 water going up and down, kind of what we're seeing here, right? I'm also kind of struggling. Maybe that's a good thing, right? But the fact that, like, the only other high placement level that we played so far was Lit Dungeon. Okay, well that looks ugly. That is straight up cut off there. Nice job. Have it midway, please. I'm a little stressed out. It's probably through that pipe, isn't it? Maybe I shouldn't mess with that. Go, go, go! Okay, that was a midway, okay. Sorry about this, but it's necessary. Fair. That's completely fair. That's like LTO Lavaro when they're honest about, like, okay, they need to force a midway death, right? Because, get this, you need to do that, otherwise the special auto-scroller won't work. So that's telling me that the creator knows what they're doing. So maybe, yeah, that's actually really cool. That, because the auto-scroller ended at that pipe, right? But they gave you a midway, and how they did that's okay, I really like that. Like, that's good level design. Because now, I like how you could collect that coin without collecting the mushroom. But okay, Centipede, you're kind of cooking. Like, I was kind of shitposting when I told you that. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm alive here. But they definitely... Oh, there was Yoshi coins in this level. Okay. Was there? I already freaking forget, man. Why is my brain not computing today? I'm sorry, chat. Uh-huh. Huh. The power of the blood side compels you. But yeah, the biggest thing going for this level is... Like, this creator definitely play tested their levels, right? I was probably supposed to go underneath. I could have saved that. I tried. I definitely could have saved that. Okay. There was Yoshi coins. Huh. I get you. But no, for a water auto-scroller level, this is starting to pick up. Like, keep going, and you might go far, Centipede. Like, I kind of feel bad because I started low by being like, okay, Centipede is kind of overrated. They probably got a high placement for using a special auto-scroller, and I still think that, but that does not change the... that does not change the fact that the creator knew what they were doing, right? Like, for example, that one Yoshi coin, that's why the camera scrolled up like that, right? So the fact that they centered not only the layer 3 water, but also the auto-scroller to line up with the level, they definitely cooked. They definitely cooked. So this one you're supposed to go underneath, like that. And now we just wait. Auto-scroller syndrome. I love just waiting around. You heard that? That was a coin block to presumably stop the creator from skipping a level. Classic Kaizo trap. Because the dolphins are like, I'm helping by shoving you into a freaking into a muncher. Okay, I'm starting to like this level. Like, you know, when it comes to Felix, if you're able to... I gotta go there. So there is a good amount of spice, is what I'm noticing. Maybe it's my fault, but I can't talk shit about Centipede anymore. This is a very, very wonderfully done level so far. Did I actually have to do that for that Yoshi coin? Auto-scroller syndrome. Lamau. Do I actually have to do this? Yeah, because we're waiting for the layer 3 water. Okay, awesome, dude. That's actually really cool. And I bet I have to stay on these platforms, right? Just thinking where the last Yoshi coin might be. Yeah, it's just gonna stay on the lava. Sure, that looks ugly, but... Old school level design... What the fuck? Wait, what? How did they do that? They were out of water there and they were still rising. 40. That looks so stupid. Okay. I like that level. Like, sorry, Centipede. Maybe you're not overrated as I thought, but... Well played. Well played. Oh, I pixel clipped at the end. You saw that? There's like a little bit of a stutter at the top. So GG's. Honestly, the fact that they centered the special auto-scroller and the layer 3 water to line up for both parts, like, I don't think you realize, Chad, how much like play testing you need to do to make that happen for that auto-scroller to work for the entirety of the level. That's a lot of replaying to make sure that works. And like, normally with that special auto-scroller, that's the only way of making a midway work. So it's like, that's why the message box was like, well, not only that, but you had to do that for the... Okay, I just realized something. So that special auto-scroller, I just realized this. Not only was the midway optional, but it was needed. Like that message box said, it was needed, because I just remembered that auto-scroller only goes up to a certain amount of entrances, right? Just like in the original Super Mario World, it stops after a little bit. Like, I believe where this auto-scroller is used in the original Super Mario World is Butter Bridge 1. And you remember, I remember that level, because that scared the crap out of me. Holy crap. Funky Chunky Monkey, I like that name. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yes, my follower goal scares the crap out of me. And yes, I decided to leave it like that. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. So yeah, where I'm trying to go with this is, in Butter Bridge 1, there is no midway in that level. So what Centipede did is, they could have ended the level at the midway, right? That's how it was in the original Super Mario World. But they added that midway so they could use the auto-scroller again for a second half. I just realized that, and that makes this level even better with that mindset in mind, right? That is actually super smart from the creator to do that. Like, really smart. So good job, Centipede, on that. Obviously, the downside is there's a little bit of cutoff, but the creator definitely could have fixed that. But because I assume they didn't do it because, yo, Nanashi, it's been a while since I've seen you. How have you been? Good morning to you. How was your week? It's always good to see you. How's your week? So yeah, as I was saying, like, because I was thinking they made that lava look ugly because they couldn't have added platforms to kind of like yeah, added, you know, ground in between, right? Because I assumed the creator didn't want the players standing around there. But then I thought, don't forget, chat, in the second half, I was waiting around, right? When I called it out, auto-scroller syndrome, we saw it, right? So that's not even an excuse. But other than that, Centipede honestly cooked. Like, straight up really cooked. Because for a water autoscroller level, like I said, you have to kind of delve deeper in, pun intended, because haha, water joke. But you have to really delve deeper to really, like, appreciate how much work went into this level. Because again, the layer 3 water lines up with the hard-coded autoscroller, right? The level was designed around both the water and the autoscroller. They used the autoscroller gimmick twice. That's why the midway was there. That's why it was intentional. Like, good shit. The weekend was fine. Feel bad on the weekend, though. I'm sorry to hear that. You just woke up to do some waking up stuff like brushing teeth. Gotta keep your teeth happy and healthy. Enjoy your brekkie, Nanashi, if you're having breakfast. It's always good to see you. Always glad to have you around. That's the official ranking list. Hopefully I didn't just spoil, like, all of the levels doing that. Anyways. So this is definitely top 5. Like, I was shitposting with, like, I'm sorry, Centipede, for shitposting, being like, oh, Centipede levels are overrated. They were in VLDC, but they absolutely cooked in OLDC. Like, I cannot, like, downgrade Centipede. So it's a matter of, so it's not first place, because Uberzesquist Ayo Yoshipa is a, like, it's still, with such a great level, I have to nitpick, again, the really small stuff, so it's still a water auto-scroller level, and it did have 2 over-glaringly just waiting around gimmicks, right? Because that's what I always say about auto-scrollers. If you have an auto-scroller that is non-stop action, good shit, right? But it's really easy to make it so you have, like, downtime, right, in auto-scrollers, and we saw that in Centipede's level. Sure, it was only 2 times, but one of the ones were bad enough that I sped up, right? Like, I used the tab button and zoom! Like that, right? Probably not a good thing to have in your level. And you sacrificed the aesthetics a little bit, and I was expecting of that, right? If you're gonna have a crazy gimmick, I respect the fact that you kind of have to sacrifice the aesthetics a little bit to make it happen. And that's what Centipede did. So with that in mind, I think it gets 3rd. It beats out Castle, oh my god, Castle of WTF, but it does not beat out Lit Dungeon. Because again, Uberzesquist AO and Lit Dungeon are not auto-scrollers and are not in water, and they don't have downtime. Like, maybe they do, right? But it's non-stop action in those 2 levels. Because, by all means, this could, like, Le Fardeau de Flow could honestly get first place because of, again, the design and the gimmicks all clashing together like it's the goddamn Triforce. But I do think that the gameplay is lacking just a tiny bit compared to the top 2, but I am happy to give it 3rd place because, again, I do not want to degrade how well this level is actually made. It is very good. So Le Fardeau du Flou gets 3rd place. So the aesthetics, again, I have to give it a 6 because there's a lot of cutoff. But the creativity, it gets a 9. The design gets a 9. The playability, unfortunately, gets an 8. And functionality, I have to give you a 10, despite the slowdown. 9.5 for this, but you don't deserve a 9.5 in creativity because there still wasn't necessarily anything special in terms of like a unique gimmick, right? Sure, we saw that at the end, but you don't get a 9.5 still. But I do give you a very solid 9.5 in design because the fact that the level was centered around, again, the autoscroller and the layer 3 water, that is impressive, like very impressive. But it loses the 0.5 for the 10 because of the downtime. So it's unfortunate, but also I'm gonna put this in case. I guess I'm just gonna show you. I put autoscroller beside here just to be sure, because I always put autoscroller on the lows that have an autoscroller. Anyway, sorry for talking so long, but it's kind of a big deal when it comes to impressive levels like this, right? I want to give everybody the honest review, what could have been done better, because I like to think that my opinion is a professional opinion because, again, I'm not tuning my own horn when I say this. I played well over 1,000 OLDC/VODC levels at this point. Like, I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, so 10, and OLDC 1, 11. This is my 12th competition hack that I'm doing right now. That is insane to think about. Anyways, we could finally get out of this. Like, I'm calling the water world there because we're going back on the beach here, right? So, overall, very strong water world, right? I'm gonna call it starting from Aquatic Rift here and ending it off on Le Fardeau de Flux. So, honestly, they were all really good, right? Sure, maybe the weakest level, probably Ebb and Flow, right? Because of all the soft locks. The bottom 3, Ebb and Flow, Koopa's Battleships, and unfortunately Aquatic Rift. This is overall a very strong world in my opinion. And then top 3, definitely Le Fardeau de Flux as first place. Second place probably goes to Big Boo Shipyard. Big Boo Shipyard. And third place, either Supersubmerged Keep or Popsicle Glacier. I think I want to say Supersubmerged Keep. Because I think, again, Popsicle Glacier kind of outstayed its welcome. So hopefully you liked the water world outfit, chat. But it is time to dry off. We're going to the beach. Each want to get away. So let's go back to the beach outfit. And it's so weird that, like, it's just my assumption, right? But it went from beach world to water world to beach world again. I'm just making an assumption that we're going back on land, right? Very temporarily. Also, I'm really stupid, but we have another Switch Palace. You know what that means, chat? We are going to have a prediction because I'm hoping that we have a healthy amount of viewers tonight to be able to do a prediction. So yeah, give me a second while I just put on the beach outfit. I'm not going to put you on BRB because this should be pretty quick to do. So beach outfit is here. Oh, that's my old one. All good, Dogfather. You enjoy your gaming session. I'm glad to provide background noise to all of you. But you enjoy your gaming session. So back on land we go. We got a ghost house level. Let's do this. So we got... How the hell am I supposed to pronounce this? That scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Dogfather. Thank you so much for the gift sub to Zap Zap Fox. That scared the crap out of me. Thank you so freaking much. You and Crixel are too good for me. But don't worry, chat. I love you all the same. Dogfather. Thank you so much for gift sub to Nanashi. I gotta give him back his role in Discord now. Thank you so much, Dogfather. I seriously, like, I say this every time. I know it's cheesy when I say this. Dogfather, come on. Come on, dude. I'm not gonna be able to play whatever the hell this level name is. Alright, Kitty Law. Give me back your sub. Thank you so much, Dogfather. You and Crixel now, thank you so much. I seriously do not deserve both of you, but just thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so freaking much. Like, I know it's cheesy when I say it, but I seriously feel like I don't deserve any of this. So the fact that you're doing this for me, just thank you so much again. Seriously, thank you so much. Okay. I'm gonna hydrate because, again, I'm getting all flustered as I tend to do. Again, I don't mean to be cheesy like this, but autism moment. Okay, hydrate complete. Thank you again, Dogfather. And I hope everyone appreciates the shitty emotes and no more ads. Woo! Okay, so we got a face. We got a phase. Owo. Yoshipa. Owo Yoshipa. By water without any ice. That is messed up. You should always drink water with ice. Not always. But like if you have a water cooler. Just drink water when it's not room temperature, okay? 60th place with a score of... 60th place with a score of 34.75 out of 60, with judges' scores being 31, 30, 37, and 41. So wow, fourth judge is the one that gave it the highest score. You know what that means, Chad? This level's probably gonna suck. Because I just want to say, the fourth judge is the one that gave freaking French Toast a goddamn 57 out of 60. I am never gonna forgive the fourth judge for doing that. I just dropped my controller. Awesome. But thank you so much, Dogfather, again. Let's get back into it. Now I'm gonna... Oh, Switch Palace level? Are we gonna get the Yump chat? Oh, it's just a pipe. Well, I'll try to get the pixel clip. First try, baby! Let's go! That's for Dogfather. Oh, hello. Where the hell are we now? I think I already have colored background set up, right? I freaking flew there. But goddamn Owo DC2 with its level names. First we got freaking 12 Plateer GM, and then Ubers Esquist Ayo, and now Owo. Ooh, sorry. Don't clip that. Someone's gonna clip that. I shouldn't have said anything. Fuck. Oh, sorry, I'm just too full of energy after what frickin' Dogfather did. Thank you, Nanashi, for not making me feel left out. But is that not the level name? Like, I know it's Dot, Uwu, Dot, and counting the Yoshi pause. Midway already, so... Already, this level, like... I gotta pause for this. So first off, it started off in a Switch Palace. Second of all, we have a ghost house background, or ghost ship background with, like, grassland music. And, or not grassland music, like mountain music. With dino rhinos and piranha plants. That is, like, a hella mishmash gimmick going on right now. I can't believe I didn't get hit there. Wow. Oh, the dino rhinos. I can't believe I actually got a double kill there. Ooh, that was scary. What's up with all the Felixes down there, man? I'm scared. I'm really scared. Oh, we got a proper Felix. That jump looks brutal. What the heck? Oh, wait, no. Just this, alright? I like that setup. That was a cool setup. The Felixes indeed do have red shells. I just call any paratroopa Felix from time to time, but a Felix is a red paratroopa, chat. Not a red one, or not a green one, not a yellow one, maybe a blue one. But red one. Aw, damn. No, I didn't save at the. I didn't save state at the midway. Okay, we're playing the level again. First try, chat. Fuck. Oh, come on. No. Fourth try. It wasn't as satisfying as the first time. Wah wah. But this is already I don't know if this counts as a beach world. This is more else like I didn't know where else to put this level, so I'm just gonna put it after a water world. So that's fine because I could respawn. Or, you know, I could just play the level again because apparently that pipe was very slippery. Pipes tend to be slippery, so I don't know. I don't have to do this, but I gotta warm up for the yump after this level, chat. Like, get ready for your predictions, because I see we have a lot of lovely viewers here tonight. And again, that's what I said in the past, right? That once I start getting a community going, I want to start doing predictions and like getting my lovely viewers involved a bit more, right? Like I want you to tell Felix, I want you to tell Mario which world to go to next. Which I will also ask chat what world we're gonna go to next after we're done the water world, which we're sorry, Beach World 2.0 right now. I don't even have to wait for the ad break to finish because thanks to both Crixel and Dogfather, everyone has a freaking subscription. So huge shoutouts to Dogfather. Thank you so much again for that. Not gonna forget this time. I made sure to slam. Yes, I know, Dogfather. I got it. I got it. Watch as I freaking first try this level now. I guess there is no first try. This is my third attempt at doing it. Which again, chat, the only reason why I save state is because the Yoshi coins don't save at the midway. They did not, excuse me, they did not add that patch to this OLDC for some reason. It's in the VLDCs, but not OLDC for some reason. So that's why I save state. Don't worry, like, if I die, I am gonna get rid of the power-ups as well. Like, that's the only exception I'm making is just for the Yoshi coins. Nothing else. So please do not be, offended if I load the save state. Okay, well, there goes all my power-ups anyways. But yeah, this is just a certified mishmash gimmick, right? We got Dino Rhinos, and we got, like, grassland enemies, and now I'm dead. But thankfully, we collected all the Yoshi coins, so I don't even have to load my save state anymore. You know, we're in the Switch Palace again. I guess this is it's not up to the creators where it's not up to the creators where their level places, like, on the overworld, right? The overworld is completely fan-made, instead of, I think it's fan-made and not by the official judges. Don't, what's it called? Mark my words for it. Oh, okay. Apparently this level's hard. Like, it doesn't feel hard, but it's taking more attempts than freaking Le Fardeau de Flou does. And I don't know what that means about me or my gameplay, but... But I guess it is a little spicy. Okay, jeez. I was kidding. I was freaking kidding. Also, I know where the secret exit is, presumably. I guess I could get the secret exit now. Because if I remember, there was something here. Where is it? There it is. I assume I have to take this thing all the way to the green pipe. So... Oh! It actually wants me to dodge enemies down here. Okay, a little bit of spice. I was wondering what those Koopas were there for. But I assume, yeah. To nobody's surprise. Okay, we're in, we're in a castle with grassland music. Fuck off. I was spin jumping as well because I was about to say I don't like how there's no indicators for the POPSICLE chat. Fuck! Freaking, well, whoop-de-doo, look, chat. Ooh, POPSICLE hit. So fun. That's how I wanted to get that bingo card. God damn it. Well, we run it back. Okay, you know what? This time around, I'm just gonna, like, take it slow. Because I think that's how I got hit a bunch the past few times. I was just rushing it and... Okay, well, that was stupid. I don't know. I actually like this level. It kind of has that feeling of no rules, like, no F's given. Because, well... Not many people use grassland music in a castle, or let alone ghost house aesthetics with dino rhinos and piranha plants and all that. Like, this is definitely a mashup of all time, to say the least. But I know there were some levels that I kind of ridiculed for... Sorry, I was getting a little spicy there. That I kind of ridiculed for not keeping a main gimmick, but... For the most part, water without any ice is kind of is keeping the gimmick, right? Like, sure, the secret exit was a little different. Excuse me. You make POPSICLE at the beginning of your hack, but getting to the later roads, you stop doing it. Good idea! Alright, GG's. They really had to add that fish at the end, huh? Now let's get the secret exit, which you already know where it is. Can I get a pixel clip to go? Can I get a pixel clip to go? This is awkward. There we go. Don't worry, chat. I'm not trying to keep you against your will when I say this, but we are going to the Switch Palace after this level. After I rank it, but that's it. A big if I beat this level that I'm apparently struggling with. Well, I guess he never got enough of pixel clips, huh? Come on. Come on. There we go. It's just that dopamine, right? It's like, hey, look, Chad, I am talented. I am special. So I guess to save us time, I could talk about this level, but I think I honestly said everything about this level that, like, in a nutshell, we're in a ghost house with mountain music. That was a nice duck jump. Yeah, like, we're in a ghost house with a ghost ship background, with a, like, yellow-ish background, and... yeah, it's just a definitely, like, a... This level doesn't care what you think. They're just gonna have fun with it, and honestly, I respect it for that. Like, sure, this level is basically telling you to slow the F down, because if you rush it, then... it becomes a little difficult, right? I'm probably saying that because I died on more than one occasion. Like, more like a bajillion cases. I'm pretty sure there... You know what? I want to try doing... I'm going to save it because I wonder if this is what it wants me to do here. Probably. I see where you're going at, Nanashi, that, like, yeah, in terms of, why did that not trade, by the way? Oh, I gotta get rid of my power-ups. Why did I even load the save state? I freaking already collected all the Yoshi coins. But yeah, like, using... Dude! Okay, I'm dying to, like, the most dumbest ways. Come on, man. But it does, I see what you mean, right? That it's a ghost house and it's letting in natural light on the outside, and it makes sense that it's on a beach world, right? Like, sure, the whole gimmick is there's no rules, like it's a freaking abstract world, but right? Like, it feels like a beach house. That's why it's not really haunted. And I get it now. I get it. I'm a genius. Pronounced with a J and not a G. Obviously, I assume that's not, again, not what the creator was going for, but you can interpret it however you want. Oh wait, that's actually fine. Oh, that's kind of a break. You don't even have to deal with the Koopas. You could just get back on the flying block there. I'm scared! No! No! No, dude! It fucking got me! It got me right at the end! No! No! Oh, death before the exit! I got fucking owned! God damn it! Water without any ice. I shouldn't have rushed. I was hoping I would have enough iframes, then I didn't. The game, it knew exactly what I was going for, and it got me. Oh, I have to hold that L. I have to freaking hold that L. But damn, is that ever bittersweet. That's a tight jump. Again, it's because I'm not waiting, right? I just have to wait for that freaking... that piranha plant to go down. But honestly, despite all the deaths, I actually really like this level. You really like, oh, like your ghost house. I'm not waiting because that's just Felix. Like, I want to just go, right? I'll read the rest of your message in a sec, Nanashi. I'm just scared of, like, the bajillion enemies in this level. You like your ghost houses. You, oh, fuck, I can't. I'm not trying to ignore my lovely viewers, I swear. I'm just trying to get in the pipe. Okay, lock in. Lock in. Hard part. So there's a Podoboo there. I think there was one here. You like your ghost houses, you explode all your creativity in those you feel like. I feel like ghost houses, you, like, yeah, you can, right? Because the whole gimmick of a ghost house in Super Mario World is just, like, you could get away with doing trolls, right? Because that's what, like, what's the word? No, what's the word? Where in the Mario universe, boos are the tricksters, right? Like, you play the more modern games with ghost houses. Every ghost house has, like, fake doors, fake walls, etc., right? So you basically get to do that and get away with it in your ghost houses, right? But where I'm trying to go with this is, I know with my ghost houses, it's kind of hard to make unique puzzle levels with ghost houses. Like, just a natural puzzle in terms of, like, okay, where do I use P-switches? What door leads to what, right? So anyways, Uwu to Yoshi Paws was a very, like, no F's given level, right? That it was, the creator was just like, there's gonna be a Switch Palace with castle music, there's gonna be a ghost house with, Dino Rhinos. There's gonna be a castle part with grassland music. It's just all over the place, right? But I liked the level. It was pretty action-packed. Like, sure, it's more else a level. Obviously, the main gimmick was not telling me to go slow, right? But the level was definitely designed to be like, take your sweet time, because you know some of these enemies can really get you. Like if you're a freaking speedrunner, I feel like this level would be a run killer. So the only really downsides is, and I'm not saying this because I died on it a lot, but it did seem like there was a bit too much in terms of enemies. Like, there wasn't necessarily slowdown and or sprites despawning, but it did feel like there was a bit too much action going on. And normally, like, I know it's ironic when I said that the previous levels are like, no, too much downtime. This level kind of went too far on the like action scale, right? Like you either go too easy to the left or too actiony on the right. It's the scale is like right here on a like 1 through 10 scale. Oh, the ghost house level, very original with mountain music. I know exactly what meme you're talking about, that freaking Squidward meme. So, while I rank this level, it is prediction time, chat. Because we're going into the Switch Palace next, and you already know what's going to happen. So, this time I will give you a lot of time. I'll give you 5 minutes. That should be more than enough. So, here we go. So you do that while I rank this level, okay? Okay. So yeah, ooh woo, like, it's literally, you know what it is? I know the meme wasn't around when OLDC 2 came out, but you know what this looks like? The absolute cinema meme. I'm gonna say it. The absolute cinema, not cinnamon. Cinema meme. So yeah, it's a very like chaotic level. That's all I have to say about this level, right? There's not really a main gimmick. It's just let your heart do whatever you want, right? But I do think they did it for a good reason. Like, they put their heart into it, even though they probably didn't really care about the outcome, and they came out and just on the mark, right? Because it's 60th out of 121. So right smack in the middle of it all. So like the other downside about cinnamon roll, the only other downside about this level is, well, now I freaking forget. Damn cinnamon rolls. Yeah, I literally forgot. Yeah, frick, man. Well, let's see what placement it gets. Doesn't really have a gimmick, but the level's fun. The level's fun, and like, in my opinion, I don't like the gimmick of I had to wait around for some gimmick. There's also that one jump with the piranha plant coming out of the pipe. Was I supposed to jump on the green paratrooper to make it, or was I supposed to do this slide gimmick? Because either of them felt unintentional, so I wonder how you're meant to do that one part. I think it's just after the midway that you do it. But still. Honestly, does it break into like the top 15? No, because in my opinion, all of these have more of a main gimmick than Uwoos does. Rick, I can't believe I'm unironically saying that. It doesn't really have a gimmick, but it is a fun level. Somewhere here, I want to say, because I don't think it's better than POPSICLE Glacier, Rex Ridge, or even, I can't believe I'm saying, even Aquatic Rift. but I do think it's better than Chuck's ass. Yes, 23rd. So, how I'm gonna do this is, because, you know, there's not a keyboard for whatever the hell this is, so I'm gonna do a little bit of cheating of going into the official rank list, and just doing a quick old copy and paste. So, boom! Look at that! Look at that face! Gotta make it bigger. Look at just everything else around it. So the aesthetics, I'll give you an 8.5. Like, shoutouts to Nanashi. That scared the crap out of me. Dogfather with the 5 bits. Thank you so much for that. Remind me if I'm gonna have lovely viewers give me freaking bits and give subs. I need to make a scene for the bits. And thankfully I have a good idea for it. Creativity, I'll give you an 8 for it. Design, so here's the thing with the design. It's unfortunately a bit too flat in my opinion. Like, it's one of those hold right levels, right? So it gets only a 7. Playability 8, and functionality, sorry, it gets a 9 from me, because I'm not saying all the deaths were my fault, but some of them were a little, like, I got hit by that, you know? Sorry, chat. Second Switch Palace time. Hopefully you all voted, but it's time. I see nobody voted to no. You guys and gals and everyone else in between are putting too much faith in me. But let's do this. So we got the Green Switch Palace by bebn legg. I'm obviously not going to rank this level, so let's just jump into it. Coins. P-switch. Coins. Oh, is this to get the 1-up? Yo, I got the yump! That's not the yump that counts towards, the what's it called? The prediction. It's the big ol' one. Hey, I win! Alright. It's stress time, chat. I didn't get it the first time. Am I gonna get it the second time? Not that it feel very random, but the level itself with the gimmick and design, but it also felt like a nothing level. No, that's actually a really good mindset. That's definitely a forgettable level, right? It didn't feel like there was anything memorable about it, because again, it didn't have a main gimmick, right? Okay, Lockheed. Ah, I'm 0 for 2, man. I'm over 2. Well, sorry for all your points. This boy fucked up. How do I end it now? Prediction. It was all okay. You know what? Nobody doubted me. Let's run it back. I'm giving it the second attempt. This is for all my viewers. I can't disappoint this time. Come on. Double a give it. No, we're not a gambling service here. Except we are. Because I'm telling people to do a prediction. Dude! Third time's the charm. I'm just embarrassing myself further. Don't worry about it, chat. Don't worry about it. Whatever, I first tried the frickin' pixel clip, okay? Good enough by me. Sorry, chat, for all your points, especially Zap Fox. The prediction is no. Oh. I'm sorry to disappoint. We go again whenever we get to the Red Switch Palace. Nobody thought this would happen. I'm pretty sure everybody thought I was not gonna get the yoke. Okay. Well, there's 2 more attempts whenever we get to the Red and or Blue Switch Palace. So the run is still alive. You should have, Nanashi. I'm pretty sure someone, when we did the Yellow Switch Palace, did put 10 points on no, and like someone put 3k on yes. Okay, final level of the beach world. Let's do this. We got Wendy's Water Tower by TheOrangeToad. It's funny because there's another username named the Blue Toad. I think it was in the Grassland world. So we got Orange Toad and Blue Toad. 54th place out of 121. I really like the overworld. So do I. I just love whenever people do overworlds for VLDCs and OLDCs. Like, I actually wanted to take on the challenge and try to compile VLDC 2 into an overworld, but I unfortunately didn't get very far because the guide to compile a VLDC, for my autistic brain, it was a bit too much. And I know nothing about custom ASM, so unfortunately I had to hold that L. So 54th place with a score of 36.75 out of 60, with judges' scores being 43, 31, 46, and 27. So the second and fourth judge versus the first and third judge. Who's gonna win between the two? Let's do it. Final level of the beach world. And don't worry, Chad, you're gonna get to choose which world we go to next after this. We got floating water. Awesome. Which way do I go? I'm gonna go up this way. I can't see, dude. But do be a water level. Nice enemy despawn there. Oh god. What happened to freaking... That looks like cutoff on the dry boats. Good level, good level. Oh, what the heck? How did they manage to do that? Because I assumed that was going to get caught on the... And it's not layer 2, because that background is the layer 2. Oh, God. This level's haunted, chat. I don't know what to tell you. It's the ghost house level! Oh, no! I do hope that they do a bit more with the water gimmick, though. So far, I'm not really seeing it. It feels like the water's just there, but... Yeah, like this is what I wanted to see. That I kind of have to fall. Hey, Feather! I'll read your jive message in a sec, Nanashi. Do I risk it? Oh, I win! Except it looked like there's something else at the top. So I gotta do a flight. Nyom. How am I? Oh, I probably need the saw. Hook me up, chief! Oh, shit. The feather makes this harder. Dang it! This is hard to get, man. Come on. There we go. I'm surprised I didn't get poor Mario's, like, shoes cut off. More like his foot cut off. State. You feel like it's hard to actually connect the world and not passively separate the islands and stuff to make it blend together, and you also struggle with the stairs problem, which means big world map on the top mountains and then from top to bottom the island, etc. Well, I happen to be fairly decent with this staircase problem, so like, hey, Nanashi, you want to compile VLDC 2 together? I make the overworld and you do everything else. What happened to my feather, man? God damn. Oh well. At least we're getting a bit more action in terms of this part, right? That we're like, having to play around the layer 2. I saw that coming. Gotta hold that L, but don't worry, I am gonna get rid of the feather whenever I get the chance. If I do. I require your assistance, dry bones. Thank you. Would have had this problem if the feather didn't despawn on me. It's not supposed to do that. Like, sure, I went off screen, but it's supposed to still fall. So, shrug emoji. You know what else I want to talk about? So, shoutouts to the YouTube when I talk about this, but I actually had... So, remember when I did VLDC 6? Fun fact, when I was doing... Well, probably none of you remember what's it called. Sorry, I'm just focusing here. Uh-oh. No, they don't, Nanashi. This is as old school as possible. Like, basically, utilizing the original tile set, right? I think the only things allowed is just changing the palette and or tile set. That's really it. I wish they allowed map 16 editing, but it's old school, right? OSLDC. I like OLDC more, but OSLDC, that is a mouthful. Anyway, gotta hurry up. Oh, I actually have to spin jump here? Okay, I like that setup. No, Nanashi, shush. Shush. Ooh, DC? OLDC. OSLDC. Am I gonna run out of time doing this? Unfortunately, this level didn't do enough of the gimmick. Like, that second half felt like it like, abruptly ended. Because the only cool part about it was just the ending part, right? Moderators, can we time out Nanashi? Oh, wait, I don't got no moderators. GG's. So that was the Beach World. Beach World 2.0. Unfortunately, because there was an Oval DC 1 level that also did this gimmick of, like, temporary water tiles, right? But the thing is, this level also did it, but didn't do any of the cool stuff that the OLDC 1 level did, which I believe was called Splash Castle. I actually can look at my OLDC 1 ranking list. Splash Castle. You know what's funny? It might be VLDC 5 or 4 that is from, not even OLDC 1. But back in, like, because my old school VLDC cutoff is VLDC 6. So, like, VLDC 1 through 6 is old school. VLDC 7 plus is new school, right? But I still stay true to what I said, that this level had the gimmick, but they didn't do anything with it. Like, sure, there was some cute setups with the saws in the water. Like, you saw with the Yoshi coin at the end before the midway. I like those setups, right? Where you have to spin jump out of the water. I like that. But most of the part, it felt like the water was just there for the sake of calling it Wendy's water tower, right? That were just, oh, to get up to the top platform, I just have to go through water. There's no danger coming in or out. Like, you could have honestly placed a block there and it could have done just as good, right? But it did delve a little bit into the terms of, like, like, yeah, at the end of the level when we had to get to the boss door, I like that setup. Do more of that, and this level could have really livened up a bit, but it did not. And unfortunately, it was just a tad too boring in the end for my liking. So GG's. Let's see what place it gets. Because, yeah, it honestly felt like just the cliche, it's a water castle level. Except there was no water enemies. I'm not saying that there should have been, but what I'm saying is there was no synchronization with the water and the castle enemies, right? When there absolutely could have been. But the creator just didn't for some reason, and didn't click for me. So it probably goes a little low, but because sure, it felt a bit more exciting than, for example, Sky Platform Zone, but I'm thinking even Dizzy Aerial Stunts and even Trial and Terror was better. So probably 37th. I might have to replay Sky Platform Zone just to be extra sure. It beats out Cloud Spooks, but does it beat out Sky Platform Zone? I don't know. So let's speedrun all the way back to the mountain room. So I bet this is what you were talking about, the whole staircase aesthetic, right, Nanashi? That this is like, look at this mountain world. It starts at the bottom and it goes all the way to the top of the screen, right? All the way up here. And here's Sky Platform Zone. Let's do it. So another run back, because again, there's really no reason not to do run backs, because it just makes our OLDC/VLDC adventure that much longer. Like, I don't want this playthrough to end. You probably do, because you want to see the next VLDC, but all, you know how the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. So with Sky Platform Zone, it was, I think I said it, what I said about, I think, Popsicle, jeez, Felix, Popsicle Glacier, in terms of, it's a very, like, spacious level, but it didn't do anything with it. So, like, you're seeing here, right? There's nothing here. It's just a whole bunch of hoopla. Like, sure, you have some Koopas, and sure, these saws look cool, but they're barely any danger, right? You just jump over them and go past it. But I will say that the enemies are a bit more hands-on than, get that mouse out of here. Hands-on than, what's it called? Than Wendy's Waterworld. Almost got my ass. Not happening this time. And yeah, I mean, I saw enough of that level to know that Wendy's Water Tower does not beat out Sky Platform Zone, so Wendy's Water Tower gets 38th here. So GG's, that was the Beach World 2.0, but I am gonna make my top 3 and bottom 3. Because overall, yeah, the beach/water world, overall decent. Like, there wasn't one necessarily really bad world to it, right? Or world, sorry. Like, necessarily really bad level. Like, I would say the worst one across the two was probably Ebb and Flow, just because of all the soft locks, right? But other than that, not really any bad ones. So the aesthetics, it gets a 7. It was a bit too much. Oh my goodness. Covering the airplane dragon. You know what I wanted to actually do a shitpost of? You know what today is, chat? Well, I guess technically yesterday because it's past midnight. It's Appreciate a Dragon Day. So I hope you appreciate Mike the Airplane Dragon. It actually was, by the way, Appreciate a Dragon Day. I was like, hey, I could kind of use that to my advantage. Except I'm freaking like 3 hours late. The creativity, I think it's just going to be 7. Because, again, you could have done a lot of cool setups with the whole, like, going from the bottom of the world, why did he say world? Bottom of the water up to the top, right? Like, you saw a little bit of it in the first half, but in the second half, we saw a little bit of... Well, congrats. You're the second person that called my airplane dragon a Latios. So now the leaderboard is 4 protogens, 1 furry, 1 airplane dragon, someone finally got it, and 2 Latios. And I guess a Blaziken as well. The design was really good, but they just didn't do anything with it. Gameplay, I guess it gets a 7.5. I think other people will enjoy this, but maybe it's unfair that I'm comparing it to another level from like a long time ago, right? But like, you could have done more, and they just played it way too safe. And that way too safe made it a pretty boring level. Functionality 9.5 because there was enemies despawning. GG's, chat. So that was the beach world. I'm gonna just read what you said, Nanashi. Your hack started a bit different. Used your old hack, used as a base. Your hack starts on a mountain. Overall, then from top to bottom, the islands start to get lower and lower. It's kind of hard to make a big mountain on the bottom screen. I think I know what you meant by, like, Blaziken and Latios combined, but I don't know about the beta Blaziken. Like, just solely Blaziken design. So yeah, Beach World... Honestly, it's more like, is Beach World stronger than the Water World? I would say no. Because yeah, there was like Shipwreck Shore, there was Fresh Air Fortress. I'm gonna call the threshold off at Cave Mania for the Beach World. So bottom three consist of... Okay, so we are thinking of the same thing, Nanashi. So Cave Mania, not Mansion Side, Fresh Air Fortress, Shipwreck Shore, I think, goes into the bottom three, just by automatic. And Wendy's Water Tower is contenders for bottom three. So, most bottom one is probably Cave Mania. And I'm not saying that because it's 115. It was just water, like Wendy's Water Tower, but just a bit, like a tiny bit more boring, right? Just a tad bit. Second place probably goes to... I liked Fresh Air's gimmick, but the level was a bit boring. But you know what else was even more boring? Wendy's Water Tower. So Wendy's Water Tower gets second place for weakest. This is just my personal top three, bottom three. And then third place can go to Fresh Air Fortress. So top three contenders are Mansion Slide, obviously, and I guess there's only like 6 levels. No, there was 6, because there's 4 here and then the 2 at the bottom. So first place goes to Mansion Slide, followed by this one, and then third place, I guess, automatically goes to Shipwreck Shore. So GG's, chat. Unfortunately, I probably want to end there, because if I'm like freaking like slipping over my words, then that means I'm going freaking stupid mode. I do want to continue, but maybe like if I'm being this stupid, I might have to unfortunately call it there, chat. Not really anything else around it. It's like I'm stumbling with my words, and I'm not tired, but I'll do like 1 or 2 more levels because I want chat to vote on the next world. So we either got Cave or Forest World. So let me add the poll because I want chat to decide. So Cave or Forest? I'll give it 3 minutes, and I'm just gonna use the bathroom while I wait. So vote up, peeps. See you in a bit. Sup, chat? Welcome back to well, DC2. I couldn't say that with a straight face. So it looks like Forest wins. I'm just gonna vote for K for the hell of it. How can I... Oh wait, I can't even end it. Can I? If I type this again. A poll is already active, I know, but I want to end it. Poll. Hi, Synthesis. Good night. Good night, Synthesis. Thank you for popping in and out. Hopefully you have a great weekend. Yeah, I guess I can't... Okay, fine. The poll will be up for like another minute. I will say, I'm gonna say this as soon as the poll ended, but there's something I want to say. Just to be a little troll. Come on. Go faster, line. I guess I could just change it to the outfit while I wait, because we are going to the forest world. Time to get out of my beach outfit. And we're going, most likely, to the forest world. And time is up. So, fun fact, chat. I get to call you all fools because if you picked the cave world, you would have seen another brand new costume. But alas, you want to go to the forest world instead, and that is a-okay by me. So let's suit up and off we go to the next world. But yes, that was the bait. That if you picked the cave world, you would have seen a new costume. But I like the forest costume as well. So here's the forest. Oh, look! Another Switch Palace for me to absolute shatter your dreams with, chat. We're probably not playing it today because, again, I only probably want to play either 1 or 2 worlds. And worlds, oh my god! 1 or 2 levels! Jeez, Felix. So, yeah. Let's jump into it. Shouts to Forest of Illusion music. First level, what do we got? We got Flickering Forest by Louie. Okay, we got a Louie level. Time to lock in. 24th place. F&F, by the way. I think we already filled out double-double. By Louie, this is 24th place. I would expect better from Louie, but that's still a very good showing. With a score of 44.38 out of 60, with judges' scores being 39, 45, 37, and 56.5. Are we gonna get a lol Yoshi moment that I'm gonna play like an absolute just BS level? Because I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Let's lock in. Flickering Forest. So, ooh. Okay, already we got like ground and forest. Wait, no, I just realized we have cave aesthetics in a forest with... Oh my god! Freaking... I'm awake now! Dogfather, thank you so much for the 30 bits. I really gotta... Like, I'm gonna do that before I go to bed tonight. I'm gonna put up a bit scene. Just so... Oh! I thought I was gonna get hit by that potable. Okay, as I was saying, we got, like, yeah, castle enemies. And this is what I meant in terms of OLDC, right? That I feel like the mishmash gimmick is what you want to do in old school level design contests, because that's going to get you farther than the rest of the competition, right? In terms of, it's going to be different, right? Oh my god! I freaking leaned back in my chair for that one. Holy crap. There is too many potaboos for my liking. I'm scared! Give me that. I can't believe I didn't fold like a wet piece of paper towel there. We locked in. Hello, message box. Point of advice. Brave ones who can dig may uncover valuable secrets. Foolish those who, blinded by their own power, dig their own graves. That's deep. So it wants me to spin jump or not spin jump? Because what I'm seeing here is it doesn't want me to spin jump. So this, you know, remember freaking Ninja Highlands? This is the exact gimmick I was talking about, right? That you're not allowed to spin jump, and you got, oh hello, and you got gimmicks like this, right? And that's what I really like. So the difference between this one and Ninja Highlands is Louis managed to do, like, definitely did that on purpose, while with Ninja Highlands, it honestly felt like it was an accident, right? Okay, looks like I didn't miss out on much. I always backtrack to make sure, right? But I am liking this gimmick, right? Because like I said, in terms of OLDC, the whole, what's it called? My jump didn't come out. Take an intentional hit, because again, the only reason why I'm loading the save states is for the Yoshi coins, and nothing else. I am A-okay by starting a level with no power, because that's technically how it works, right? That if I actually died and loaded the midway, I would have no power up. But I would also have no Yoshi coin, which is what I don't want. Surprised there's no Yoshi coin in here. I'm so freaking Popsicle Glacier, dude. Popsicle Glacier pilled. Jeez. PGP. And be careful. So here's another gimmick that I just realized. It kind of expects you to have a power up, right? For these gimmicks, but what we're seeing here is doesn't really work out, alright? Because there's probably secreters in here, huh? I'm checking all of them. I better not. I died for naught! Except I had to climb that. But yeah, you're seeing here, now I get to spin jump, right? What the fuck was that? You saw that shit? I think I, like, got a pixel clip on the turn block and it canceled out my spin jump. Which, speaking of, guess who spin jumped? Frick, it's monkey see, monkey do. But yeah, I'm seeing here, like, now I get to spin jump all I want, right? Because I'm small, so that's going to play into the finalized rankings. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Like, okay, Louis. Playtime is over. Sorry. But I do wish that we got to see a bit more forest enemies in here too, right? We kind of just have, hey, I'm gonna do this in a forest background. Bro, why am I, like, this is why I should have ended the stream. I'm being stupid. No power-ups for me because Felix doesn't deserve it. I was looking at chat for that one. I wanted to see what Dogfather said. I didn't see the frame, but good eye, Dogfather. Good eye. But yeah, this is definitely... Dude, I can't. Okay, chat, I think it's only gonna be one level one level in the forest world. I don't know what you're saying in regard to that, Nanashi, but thank you for the kind words. Again, brain is not computing. I'm flustered. But yeah, there was hi, what is it? Kaizo 2? You want to play Kaizo tonight? I don't have any new Kaizo games to play, but I don't know if my brain can compute what's it called, Kaizo tonight. Because I'm thinking after pwned. After wait, I gotta take a hit. After this level, I'm gonna unfortunately call it. I know you just got here, probably what is it, but unfortunately, must be juiced. I don't feel juiced out, but like again, I'm slurring my words a bit, like I'm freaking drunk. I'm drunk off of fruit juice, chat, and I'm not talking about wine. Oh my god. Isn't this just Kaizo? It doesn't feel like it to me, but if it is to you, then I'll take the dopamine of like, hey look, I just got Kaizo'd. I mean, unless you consider the gimmick of not allowed to like spin jump. This fruit juice was accidentally fermented. It was sitting in my fridge for a tally of 1 week. Like, how dare... how dare I? Okay, fine. I'll talk about what I want to talk about this gimmick after I beat the level, because apparently Apparently it's the Kaizo level. I gotta lock in chat. But how are you? How are you? What is it? Always good to see you. Feather? Okay. Well, you know what we could do with feather? Lamau. They added a ceiling. But still. Lamau. Broke the level. Because the cape is just that powerful. I couldn't do anything there. Did honestly the creator want me to spin jump here? There's enough Sparkies to assume so. Should I have entered that? Smiley face? Wait. Oh, there's a moon in this level. Okay, good thing I kept the mushroom then, huh? I totally forgot about the moon. Going to the recycling center in the morning. Okay. I have a wonderful, wonderful sleep. What is it? And a great weekend at that. Thank you for always stopping by. Again, I appreciate each and every single one of you, chat. Stupid? And then I entered a pipe. But yeah, that cloud looks like it's just a smug face. So GG's 29. Okay, so now I have to address the elephant in the room. So the whole gimmick that I was talking about is, sure, as you saw at the ending, you stupid! You like what I said, Nanashi? You're so stupid! But, so, the main gimmick is, what I wanted to mention, mid-level, even though I had to lock in, was, so the gimmick was, you're not allowed to spin jump, right? And it got a bit extreme at the end. But, it's kind of broken by the fact that the creator expects you to have a power-up, right? And in situations like that, what they should honestly do is... Oh my god. What they should honestly... What they should honestly do is make it so you have to have a power-up, like a forced power-up. I know there was... Not that... Maybe in VLDC, I don't remember a scenario, but I know in multiple games there are parts of a level that force you to, like, okay, you have to spin jump here, and then it puts you in the hot seat of, like, oh, look at you, you're now on turn blocks, right? And you gotta go and land, otherwise you're gonna die, right? So what I noticed is, it's mostly optional in this level if you get the power up. Obviously, it's both easier and harder if you collect a mushroom or not, but there was an incentive, again, for the moon. And the reason why I'm talking about this is, there's a level in OLDC 1 called Epic. Yes, that was the level name, was Epic. That the whole gimmick was, you have a mushroom, and you're going through the level that is all 100% turn blocks, right? And you have to dodge enemies like spinies, and I think there's a few saws. But the difference in that level was there was no incentive of keeping the mushroom, right? Like, you could have taken damage and then, right, the level's trivial then because you get to spin jump on all the spinies and etc, right? So Louis did it different where at least there was an incentive to keep the mushroom, but the gimmick still stands that if you don't care about the collectibles, that you just want to beat this level as soon as possible, the main gimmick kind of doesn't work, right? Because then you're, right? Just spin jumping, you could deal with the Sparkies and all that, but I like the fact that it was placed in a forest setting with like some ground enemies. But on the topic of that is, unfortunately, we didn't really see much outside of castle enemies. So what I'm saying is, there was honestly no point in this aesthetics. You could have stuck it in a castle and it would have worked all the same, right? So like sticking it outside as like, oh look, I'm doing castle enemies in a forest with underground, like, foreground, right? But it doesn't work because there's no forest enemies, there's no grassland enemies, it's all castle enemies. So normally I like mishmash gimmicks, but the fact that we only saw one side of it with the with the castle enemies, it's a little unfortunate about that, but that had the same charm as a, like, Louis is part of the jump team, one of my favorite hacks of all time. One of these days I'll play it on stream, I just don't know when. And yeah, so I'm instantly biased, but for once I agree with the fourth judge. Like, sure, 56.5 is a little high compared to the other judges, because I assume they had, probably their main issue is it was a little difficult at the end, and I agree, because it went from, like, okay, you have a lot of time to react, to, okay, the Sparkies are kind of on one tile gaps, so you have no time to react, and you also have to dodge the chains at the top, right? So it got a little too busy, but you know, I always talk about how I like my progressive difficulty, where it starts at the bottom and slowly works its way up near the end, right? So it's honestly like, if it was completely biased, I would have been like, yeah, this is really cool, but I have to look at the big picture and say the gimmick is breakable, unfortunately. But I like what Louis did with it, but unfortunately, on the other end, it did get a little too difficult at the end. Like, the fact that What Is It thought it was a Kaizo level, right? So, I still think this goes really high, because I guess I'm a sucker for main gimmicks, considering my top, like, 19 is just gimmick levels. But I do think this gets like 13th. I don't know if it's top 10 because of, like, what I said, that it got a little too difficult, and the main gimmick is, like, again, if you don't care about the collectibles, i.e. the moon, there's no point in keeping a power-up, right? So it is action-packed, and I like that. So maybe it does break into the... Because Moss Hill also kind of had the gimmick of you're not allowed to spin jump, but at least it was more fair. Or not more fair, but like... They also require you to keep a mushroom for the secret exit. But that's a secret exit, right? Not a moon. So Moss Hill has that beat out, or has that beat out by Flickering Forest. I mean, Cloud9 is up there, Big Boo Shipyard's up there, Hot Coca Hills. I think, because again, the gimmick's exploitable, Felix, so it has to get 13th. Yes. If it wasn't exploitable, like if it did what Moss Hill did, then yes, congrats on top. Oh, it's not in all caps, oops. Flickering Forest, FNF gets 13th. So the aesthetics, hot take, it does get a 7. Because again, as I, like, we're delving into the details, my brain is starting to work again, so I'll play another level after this. But, right, there's no point in this being outside. You could have put this in a in a fortress level, and it would have worked all the same, right? Creativity, 8.5, because I'm a sucker for those kind of gimmicks, right? And I'm not saying because Louis part of the jump team, and I'm a huge jump team fan. So, design, it's mostly just holding to the right, but I like how it's designed around no spin jumping allowed, because again, in my opinion, spin jumping is overpowered, so the fact that people are smart enough to make level center around to nerf it, I like that. Like, I'm a sucker for that. 7.5. Playability 8. And functionality, a whole point off, because again, I'm gonna put here exploitable gimmick is what I'm gonna write. So GG's, we're gonna do one more level for all you lovely viewers. Let's do this. We got whatever this level is, if I can find my controller. Okay, up we go. We got Rehab, Like, what, is the game saying that maybe I am drinking alcohol? No, I am drinking fruit punch. Look. Look, just to convince you. Just to convince you, chat. I'm gonna frickin' bring up the camera again. Wait, what? Apparently it's not here. Hold on. I have to satisfy this ship post that I signed up for. Okay, fine. I'm gonna delete this camera and just add a new one real quick. I'll show you what I'm drinking, chat. I'm drinking healthy juice. Bruh, it's still not showing up. Where is it? Where is it? It's not fermented juice. I'll prove it to you whenever I get this camera working. There. Look. Fruit punch. You see that? You see that? You see that? Fruit punch. Look. It's red. Look. Fruity. 2 liters. Fruit punch. Okay. It is fruit punch. I did not fill it up with fucking alcohol like Magmatic and Leech. Okay, so like back to the game, we got our first collab level. I always like collab levels because it's like I get to play the game of we try to see when the cutoff from okay who made what part of the level and who made the other. And I love doubles, right? I love 2v2s. So 17th place. This is what I like to call the semi-finalists. If Fruit Punch is so good, where's Fruit Kick? Ask Fruit Ninja that. Ha! I realized my mic's all the way over here. Sorry. So we got Rehab by Magmatic and Leech. This is 17th place with a score of 45.63 out of 60, with judges' scores being 50, 40, 49, and 43.5. So overall, legit score. Where is my controller? It's on my lap. Stupid. Let's do it. So it's Rehab. It's Felix time. Mario, you need to stay away from the shrooms. You went to Rehab for so long, I don't want to see you go to waste. Control yourself, Mario. Well, let's see if you like this level, Nanashi. Point of advice. Blue coins signal that a hidden jumping mushroom is there. Watch out. Okay, we gotta dodge the mushrooms, so we already have a gimmick. I like my gimmick levels. Shouts to 1M0. Obviously can't use map 16, so they have to go with the original title. They said that's Wait, how am I supposed to beat that out? Can I despawn it? Yo! I wonder if that was intentional. Oh. I just gotta mention, I love these kind of gimmicks of weaponizing, like, Mario staples, right? Like, back in VLDC 11, where a VLDC level weaponized the gimmick of just jumping, the main thing Mario's known for. And now a gimmick of not allowed to touch mushrooms. I like that. Because all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, the mushrooms are evil. Like, I agree, because mushrooms are gross. Do I need this? No, I win! Look! I did it! Can I have a midway, please? I do! Did I see your stupid joke the moment you wanted to make it your internet did internet things? Oh, like, a giant saw is coming, let me just slide up this slope balls first and kill it. I have a level centered all around that in my hack. Granted, that's the one you're talking about. Okay, we're underwater. Oh god. Wait, this probably isn't fair considering, like, let's eat all the shrooms. Yeah, I'm screwed. So it wants me to... They could have at least added a, like, hey, here's a muncher to get rid of the... Like, did they seriously forget that the midway gives you a mushroom? Because if they did, that's stupid. So anyway, what underwater section? So something tells me that... what's it called? Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. Wait, I have to collect that. Oh, no, I got it! Yes! So obviously someone else made this second half, right? I wonder if I need this. I'm gonna keep it just in case. Do 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 do. Fuck! Go, Felix! I'm scared. Look at this! Are you serious? Look at this shit. What is this? Yes! I gotta cross it. I'm so scared. Yoshi deserves it. Anyways. Do I win? Did I just first try that entire level? Let's go, Felix. 1-up checkpoint. Okay. 1-up checkpoint. It's not over yet. Oh. It's stressful. So who do you think made this third section, chat? Do you think Felix made this? Do I actually need the shell? I think I do. No, wrong way! Oh, shit. Okay, I like that a lot. That was a cool section, right? Bruh. No fucking way that just happened to me after I said that. No way that just happened after I said that section was cool. I'm adding what is it right now. I'm adding what is it. Like, that's a Kaiser level right there. Is that not what I was supposed to do? Like, what the fuck, man? That's not fair. I freaking just had to open my big mouth. Like, fine, this level's the worst. I'm calling it the worst, and now watch me first try this. Where was he? What the fuck, game? That's not cool. What the hell, man? I did everything right. Call the ref. Call the ref, dude. Fuck that frickin' Kaiser block. Are you kidding me? Oh god, I see what's gonna happen here. I swear I jumped. I swear I did. Ah, there is a second Kaiser block. Okay. I was wondering if I could really break that level. Oh. Well, I was just gonna say, if I beat that level at that time, I'm counting that as a first try, because like, that sucks for Rehab, considering that I was really liking the level, but a little bit of functionality issue. And now I'm folding like a wet piece of paper towel, because I am STOOOOOOOOOPIDDDDDD. Do you like my song, chat? But yeah, I'm a sucker for these kind of gimmicks, right? That you weaponize. You just weaponize stuff that's normally good, and all of a sudden you have a level that's, hey, you can't collect a mushroom. Wait, I'm stuck in here. That's so fucked up, man. I don't deserve this. I'm doing your gimmick. Freaking Leech. Leech and Magmatic, I think, is the other creator. This isn't fair. Call the ref. I'm so sad. So I guess not only do I have to free this shell, but I also have to time it so the blue Koopa is on the left side. This is so stressful! Okay. I'll read your message in a little bit, Nanashi. It's time to lock in for this part. I realized at that second time that I had to hurry up. GG's. The dodging goalpost. There was a level where Mario went through the top part of the pipe and the head went into the wall. The entire gimmick is Mario has no head. He needs to get it back and stuff. So GG's. That was almost a really cool level, but then you lost me when the gimmick broke in the third section. I can't even say second half, the third section, because this was 3 levels, right? I really like how they did a above ground, like on ground section, and a water section, because that water section was really well made. Like, that's how you do a water level with a crazy gimmick. Freaking leap claps. I'm calling that one level out by Marky Boy. So GG's. Like, it's an awesome level. It was the perfect length between like the beginning of the section and the doors that you have to go into. Because with this gimmick, right, you can't make it too long because then it becomes from fun to a bit stressful. But from what I noticed, both sections were perfectly length. It didn't feel too long, but it didn't feel too short. Maybe the third section felt a little short, but that's a-okay by me because it felt like the difficulty. And I'm not saying it because I failed on that room above all else, is where I failed the most, right? So the 2 major downsides is, 1, definitely a very rookie move when the creators are like, you could collect them midway, but they, like, all you need is a muncher there, right? Just to lose the power-up. But then the creators didn't, and like, I thought, okay, maybe I have to keep the mushroom power, but no. So definitely very rookie move, and I still don't know what happened with the blue Koopa, but that is also really unfortunate. I think that could have easily been avoidable if, what's it called? If I just had to collect the shell, right? Instead of having the blue Koopa, because yeah, that was just really unfortunate, because how was I supposed to know a blue Koopa was gonna be there, right? Our first attempt was just collect the shell, and I thought I had to jump for it. And then I got Kaizo blocked. GG's. So, I think this is automatically top 10. Just the gimmick of you can't touch the mushrooms, and the fact that the level's called Rehab is absolutely hilarious. On top of the fact that we're making fun of Felix for drinking alcoholic fruit punch. Good job, Magmatic and Leech. Except I didn't even walk off screen. I was stuck in a little corner. So I think it's just Super Mario World jank, but unfortunately, like, that's the reason why I do runbacks, right? Because if I first tried that level, the sprite walked off on screen, I guess, but it shouldn't be my fault for that, right? So I think, again, it's top 10. There should have been at least some enemies, in my opinion, but there was enough mushrooms that maybe there was a reason why there was no enemies, right? Because then it might have been a sprite limitation moment. I mean, you have Mickey Yoshi's, Shameless Sky. I don't think it's top 5 like I thought it was. But I do think it's like 8th or 7th. Because Mick Yoshi's, despite the soft lock, does feel like Rehab, but it did add enemies in it, right? Because the whole gimmick of Mick Yoshi's was, well, centered around the Yoshi, but not only did they do, like, you can't feed Yoshi, but there were some parts where you had to feed Yoshi. Like, I really liked Mick Yoshi's. Shameless Sky was also a crazy one. It did have the soft lock potentials, but Shameless Sky was another one that it had some enemies, but not enough. It gets 7th. Rehab, that is. Because it is kind of similar to Shameless Sky in terms of, like, it's got a pretty unique gimmick, but at the sacrifice of enemies. Like, sure, Shameless Sky did have enemies, but it was such a gigantic level, it almost felt like there was no enemies. But Rehab was decently lengthy enough that it deserves 7th place. So the aesthetics, I mean, again, it's old school level design contest. Creativity, and the restream of Rehab. Yep. I'm glad we did one more. Shoutouts to you, chat, for making it happen. I don't know if creativity deserves a 9 or 8.5 because, again, it would be unfair for me to say I've seen this gimmick multiple times. Like, multiple times. But that wouldn't be fair for Magmatic and Leech. I'll give you a 9 because the water section was really cool. I liked the setups in the water section. Design, it's mostly flat, but that's to be expected. Playability deserves a 9. Everyone's gonna love this level a lot. And functionality, 2 whole points off because, like, because again, not having a muncher to get rid of the midway power-up, very rookie mistake. And that blue Koopa not spawning in is a huge no-no in my opinion. So GG's Rehab. That was a pretty fitting level to finish off the stream on. But yeah, that's going to do it for me tonight, chat. So thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully I started off your weekend on a good note. I will be back tomorrow with even more OLDC. But until then, have a wonderful night or day wherever you may be. And if I don't catch you tomorrow, I still wish you all a wonderful weekend. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you again, Dogfather, for the gift subs and the bits. Thank you to Funky Chunky Monkey, that is rolls off the tongue so nicely, for the follow earlier. And yeah, have a wonderful night or day wherever you may be, Chad. Are we thinking of raiding? Do we got any takers for raids? Quackzilla? I mean, sure. Yeah, I know with you, Nanashi, right? Time zones in a nutshell, but just know that I always like to see you around in chat. I just love to see anybody that I recognize, and like, hopefully new people, because again, maybe my New Year's resolution this year is to go for that partner. But yeah, have a wonderful weekend, chat. Okay, is it just Quackzilla, Dogfather? Or is there like any special numbers or anything? Please give me the specific name if it's... I mean, I guess I could try this. And... okay, well, there we go. Oh, Quacknilla. Got you. Quacknilla. There we go. Alright, have a wonderful night or day wherever you may be, chat. See you tomorrow for hopefully more OLDC2. But if not, have a wonderful weekend at that. And peace out, chat.